first contract. You'd gone into the spider ruins and trounced the Spider Queen, dispersing all of the strangely autonomous spiders that you had encountered in the ruins. You got some quote-unquote fat loot from the whole ordeal. And you got paid by Professor Jocko with an open invitation to join him in Woodpine University sometime for a less work-related chat. You arrived back in Terria, and you did stuff. You did a lot of stuff. You caused some trouble at the Aeolian. Some rum was purchased. Some further alcohol was purchased.
Oh yeah.
And a long rest was had, so that should restore all of your everything. Upon the morning, you headed back to the message board, looked over the contracts, and decided to check out what was going on in the village of Redwall, which is to the northwest of Terria, about 6 miles. Apparently, in the dead of night, strange music starts coming from the graveyard there, and motion can be seen.
From the graveyard? Pretty spooky.
Indeed.
That was Korgath waking up, not me in real life.
Oh.
Yeah, Korgath, you're feeling fine. You had a really good constitution save. You don't have any kind of hangover.
Yeah.
I tried mixing rum and water to make grog. It's not particularly palatable.
Rum and water?
Yeah, that's what grog's made out of. It's like a 4-to-1 water to rum ratio.
Wow.
And it's
So you can conserve your alcohol on the high seas.
yeah, it's kind of gross though. So
That sounds kind of mean to do to such expensive rum.
yes, I'm probably not sure. Well, it's kind of gross. I don't think I'd do it if I had the choice. It's definitely not something people chose to do. I can tell.
Are you talking this as Mr. Smiley or as Tom?
No, this is Tom talking.
Okay, I figured as much.
I have a glass of grog next to me that I'm not enjoying.
Were you low on the rum tonight?
Sharing that fact. What?
Were you like low on the rum and like trying to stretch it out?
No, I just wanted to see if it would be something that Smiley would choose to do, like make some grog. The answer is no.
I am infinitely amused by the fact that you are drinking rum as part of your getting in character.
I don't know. Mr. Smiley strikes me as more of a gin and tonic type of guy.
Oh my god. Never mind, I'm canceling the session.
That's not a pun. That's actually his drink, is gin and tonic.
I have made gin and tonics in the past.
Alright,
Sorry,
well,
I didn't mean to get off track there. I was just...
it's fine. It's gonna be one of those kinds of sessions, I can tell. You know a pretty good route up to Redwall, once again, on pretty well-traveled roads that aren't particularly dangerous. It's sort of a trading pit stop before reaching Terria proper.
So no random monster tables?
You're very rarely going to have random monster tables. By very rarely, I mean probably never.
Okay. Are you sure this is the right way?
I have traveled these roads for years, Mr. Smiley. Of course
That doesn't
it's the right
sound
way.
true.
What doesn't sound true?
You haven't traveled the roads.
Yes,
Have
I
you?
have. I am a traveling musician. What else would I or travel on? Do you think I just travel through the hills and the
Well,
forests? No, I
what did
stick
you-
to the roads where it's
What did you
safe.
do before you hired me?
I had a worse security man. I upgraded when I hired you.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Indeed.
Let's see. So you woke up in the morning and you picked up the contract first thing.
And some
Then,
breakfast.
then I assume you just hit it off.
Yeah.
So-
No one stopped for breakfast or anything.
No, my ass got some breakfast.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I don't care about you scrubs.
All right. So after about 6 miles of travel, you see the outskirts of the town of Redwall. As it comes closer into view, you get the sense that this is a medium-sized village, on the cusp of upgrading to town status, judging by the number of buildings. There are traders on the way out, from the way that you are coming in. As you approach from the southeastern gate.
Morning.
Question: this is Ian talking. Did you all pick up your weapons from the blacksmith?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
We made sure before we left last game that was the thing.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure Rupert doesn't have to carry the party again.
Oh. So the name on the contract is one Radovan Dotor.
Rataban?
Radovan.
Is this guy like a big rat?
It's R-A-D. R-A-D-A-V-A-N. Dotor.
Out of character, Dotor sounds familiar.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
I remember.
Filter?
Indeed.
So in Chapter 0, Edmund Dotor was a very high-ranking noble that was the mayor of the city of Woodpine.
He gave us our catapult.
He supplied you with catapults, and he helped the Western forces march on Jancrest.
He walked around with that real quiet bitch that didn't say much.
That he did.
I think she was a dragon.
I feel like there was more plot there that we never explored.
Oh, we'll get there.
Hmm.
She
Do
gonna
we know
come
where
after
this? Do we know where these spooky ghosts, this guy lives, or any? Do we need to ask somebody? Where do we need to go?
I suppose you could ask if anybody's seen Radovan. Hello, Lauren.
Oh, hello.
I am so sorry. I did not mean to blow you up. I just didn't know if you were coming.
No, I blew her
No,
up like an A-bomb. Don't worry.
No, I was driving. I got stuck in traffic after dinner. Like,
Ah.
huge accident on the highway, so it's like, well, fuck.
Oh,
Those
wow.
sons of
Really-
bitches! How inconsiderate of
Phone was
them!
my bag.
How inconsiderate!
Right?
I'm like, hey,
Wrecking their car and shit.
hey, hey,
I've been inconvenienced.
hey, get up, get up, get up! Hey, wake up! Telrix got real life shit. Telrix fucking his ass was still reading. He said he didn't want to come. Said if he did finish his books, he'd catch up to us later. Just go on without him.
He's there, but he's on follow. And that's fine for this session. We're not going to
He's
have
reading.
any... Yeah, we're not doing any crazy, freaky Telric shenanigans that tend to go on.
If it comes to be his turn, I'll just say, "I'll Eldritch Blast," and that'll be his turn.
Oh, he got here.
See, it worked.
So the party has departed Prontera, Miss Archimedes, and has now arrived at the town of Redwall, bearing a contract sealed with the name Radovan Dotor.
I'm gonna walk up behind Rupert. Hey, little man, I think you owe me a drink.
Ah, that I do. I am a man of my word. And I pull out my very good-looking flask and say, do you have a glass with you, sir? I didn't want to give you the whole thing.
I don't think I would have a glass. Do I look like I have a glass?
Then lay down on your back and I shall pour it in your mouth.
I'm just gonna-
I do not trust you.
I'll cut my hand and just set it down there for him to pour it in.
No, I will not let you drink Lady Winchester's finest whiskey out of your hands. Are you some sort of animal?
He might be.
Maybe. We'll wait until later. We can get
Very
it
well, good sir.
I might have a cup you could borrow.
We'll find out. Check it out.
Smiley will check his bag. I think I've got a cup. Why wouldn't I have a cup? That seems like the sort of thing Smiley would have. One loner cup.
I'll take the cup and hold it over to Rupert.
I pour a little bit of whatever is in there into the cup.
This that bad shit, isn't it?
You don't know.
I'm gonna sniff it. Wait a minute. He said that you bought rum, didn't you? And you said it was the finest whiskey.
Separate purchase.
I bought whiskey for that. I bought rum for Mr. Smiley.
I'm gonna sniff it. Can I tell what it's? Can I tell if it smells like stank
Roll
ass shit?
perception for that.
Oh no, it's too bad.
Don't you metagame me, Colossus.
Well, no. I mean, you sniffed bourbon. It's not the best.
Smells amazing.
Fuck it, I kill it. And I think it's the best shit ever. And I just throw the glass down on the ground. And, woo! Let's go kill some ghosts.
The funny thing, you probably would think it's actually the best thing.
Yeah.
What was the glass made out of, Tom?
Glass!
Alright, that shit shatters.
My glass!
I'm just walking like, let's go kill some ghosts.
You owe me a glass!
Whatever.
Point out that you can't kill ghosts; they're already dead.
As I told you, the best whiskey in
Yeah,
all
it
of
is,
Sintra.
yeah,
Don't you agree, good sir?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Should have made you take a drink of it, but I wasn't thinking like a cheers type deal. But anyway,
Mr.
let's go.
Smiley, would you like a sip?
That was the best glass in all from Terra.
Mm-hmm.
I'm alright. I wouldn't want to take away what little whiskey you have, and I'm more of a rum guy myself.
Very well. I knew I had you pegged.
I'm walking on. I'm like, fucking, I'm jacked up ready to go kill some ghosts.
You are,
Day drinking.
but you don't have any information.
That's fine. I'm just walking through town.
Yeah, you just find a spooky thing and you swing at it.
I'm just walking around looking at ghosts. Like, have you seen any ghosts?
As
Hey,
you-
have you seen any ghosts?
As you walk through town, unlike Prontera, the population scale here seems to tend more towards the human side. You see more humans than anything else.
I'll walk around singing a song when there's something strange in your neighborhood. What are you gonna call? Talons!
You're stealing my job.
Excuse me, have you seen any ghosts?
So the woman that you've just addressed, she kind of like blinks at you a few times, tilts her head, and then she's like, "Oh," and then her eyes are drawn towards the Talon badge that you have, and she's like, "Are you here to help with the graveyard?"
I think so.
Yar.
What he said.
Well, it was that contract was put in for us on our behalf by Radovan Dotor. He's actually still in the village. He should be in the house with the blue roof right there. I think he has a summer home there.
How long did it take us to walk there?
6 miles. Assume a 15-minute pace. 6 times
But-
15.
That's 45.
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
It's late morning.
So it's not lunchtime yet? Alright, that's good.
Yeah, it's about lunch.
Does he live close to some place to get some nourishment? Food?
Well, I imagine he might have food in his home if you're hungry. He's a very nice fella. He might offer you some if you're here to help with the graveyard.
Can I see a blue roofed house from where I'm at?
You do. She pointed at it. It's sort of prominently around the center of the town.
Who has a blue? Okay, thing. Blue roof.
Um,
Guys, it's over. It's that weird blue roof house over there. That's where we're going.
Who has a blue roof?
The guy we're going to see. That's exactly what I said.
Ah.
Yeah. Man, that whiskey was good.
Would you like some more?
I don't have a glass anymore. You got another glass, Smiley?
Nope.
If you like it that much, here, take my flask. I just would want the flask back, if you don't mind. It was a gift from another lady of mine.
You had two separate ladies give you a flask and whiskey?
Give is a strong word for one of those.
You just hold on to it. I don't really have any pocket. Let's start walking
Very
towards
well, good sir.
the blue roof house.
You arrive in front of the blue roof house. This house looks to be of very modern architecture, as do some of the houses in town. Some of the houses look like they're from the 10th century, but it seems like much of the town is being renovated more towards modern standards.
It's like the San Francisco of where we're at. The
Yeah.
hipster town.
Yep.
There's there a door?
No,
I'm
it
gonna
has
knock
no
on the.
door.
I'm gonna knock on the front door.
A few moments pass.
Boom.
The door's strength saving throw.
Knock that motherfucker down.
So it's a pretty hearty knock. After a few moments, a young man wearing a duster with brown hair back in a ponytail answers the door. He looks at the party, and he's like, "Ah, ha, ha! Don't tell me, the Talons have finally come."
Okay, we won't. See you later.
Yes,
What?
we have. Don't mind him. I am Rupert Puddlefoot,
Oh, Rupert!
Talon extraordinary. Yes.
In the flesh!
Oh, are you a fan?
I am. I was passing through the gnarled route when you gave one of your performances. It was absolutely delightful.
I'm sure it was. I expect nothing less from myself. Tell me, what is your favorite song? I love to ask fans their opinions.
I particularly enjoy the one about Colossus.
Oh, yes, the mighty Colossus and his friend Alaric slaying the evil King Janison. A great tale.
Huh?
Yes, such stories of heroism. Ah, made all the sweeter by the fact that they were all true. Please, please,
Indeed.
come in, come in. He beckons you inside. As you come in, it's a very nice-looking home. You do notice a bucket containing vestiges of blue paint and a paintbrush in the corner.
It's an imposter.
He doesn't comment on it. He looks at the lot of you, and he's like, "Very interesting. I had heard that the Talons wanted to open up their ranks to the Fae, and it seems like they have made good on that promise. That is good. Integration with the Fae is very important for us to set an example for the rest of Speria." Well, what was that?
Frontera, you mean? Oh, Frontera's example.
An example for the rest of Speria, the entire nation. Look,
Ah.
So you got
We-
ghosts?
have a unique position in Sintra of sharing a border with all four of the other nations of Speria. A lot of trade has to pass through us to get anywhere, unless they go by sea. That's usually Babol's role. Other nations have not been quite as amenable to integrating with those that have been shifted by the Arcane, but we're slowly getting there, bit by bit.
Yeah, tell me about.
Well, If I may introduce myself, my name is Radovan Dotor. I am the great-grandson of Edmund Dotor, who lived as mayor of Woodpine during the Red War. Our family has enjoyed a noble status for a long time, although I have longed to get away from such ivory towers and cushy trappings. I've spent a lot of time traveling around. I decided to stop here and ensure that this strange phenomenon happening got dealt with properly, and so I called for the Talons on behalf of the townspeople.
Mighty good of you.
Yes, it would seem that in the dead of night, the graveyard here does indeed light up with music. Curious, I watched one night. I did not want to get too close. I could see movement, rhythmic movement, almost, from my hiding spot. However, there is a halfling in town. A halfling by the name of Elias Wood. He was brave enough... Shut up. He was brave enough to
You alright there, Tom?
enter the graveyard on his lonesome and go completely inside while this was going on. Maybe you should talk with him to get more details.
Has anything happened when they... I mean, does anything bad happen because of the music and the dancing?
No, they seem to stay contained entirely within the graveyard.
What's
And
the problem then?
from what the townspeople have said, this has only been happening for a week.
But they're
I-
not doing any harm to anybody, they're not stealing anything, they're not killing anybody.
No, but the dead rising up from the ground and moving around certainly does raise questions.
I think our work's here just done, guys.
On the contrary, I think we have to deal with this. Let us go talk to this wood fellow by the name of Elias. I once knew another halfling, similar name. Yes, let's, unless you have something else for us, good sir.
I believe that is all. If you can find a way to figure out what's going on, at least that would help immensely. If you could stop it, that would be even better.
Maybe we should
Yeah.
just take away their instrument.
We'll figure it out one way or another. Either way, we definitely have a bone to pick with them.
I actually snickered at that, finally getting a joke.
Glad
Do you
you
have
got
any-
that one.
Do you have any lunch?
Food? Well,
Yeah.
it is about that time. I am usually a light eater. I have some breads and cheeses here you are welcome to partake in.
Is there a tavern between here and Mr. Wood's house?
A drink? Well,
Well, the place that serves food, like real food, like meat.
oh, a restaurant. Well, yes, there is the Red Marmot. It is
Does it have a red roof?
It has a blue roof. I painted it myself. Just like my own.
Are you just a painter? A roof painter?
I am far more than a roof painter, I assure you. I have traveled all over Speria. I've been to the Sentinel Tundra in Hyone. And now that I get a better look at you, you remind me heavily of the wolf folk that are up there, although you seem to be mostly human.
Mm.
He leans
You
in to
didn't paint
inspect you.
any roofs there, did you?
Excuse me?
You didn't paint any roofs there, did you?
Well, whenever I travel and visit other cultures, I tend to try and keep to myself and do as the Bolians do, as the saying goes. Well, it is a shame you are not staying. I would regale you with tales of my travels. But I understand if you would like to eat something a little heavier, you have a heavy task ahead of you.
Doesn't seem that heavy, but okay.
Maybe next time then.
Indeed, I assure you we will probably cross paths again. I am everywhere these days.
Are you a ghost?
Straight up.
Not the last time I checked. I seem to be fully human still.
I'm gonna touch him just to make sure.
Ooh. Goodness. A little bit forward, aren't you?
Just
Well.
had to double check.
We can handle that later.
Be something a ghost would say if he didn't want to be found out to be a ghost.
Hmm.
Yeah.
He chuckles at your comment.
Alright, let's go find the wood fella.
Agreed, let us go. A pleasure meeting you, good sir.
And you as well, Rupert. It is so good to see you in the flesh again.
Always good to meet a fan.
Why don't you have him sign something?
Ah, that is a fantastic idea. He turns to his working desk, which is completely laden with journals and books he's working on. He thinks a moment, and then he smiles. He pulls out a book, and he says, This book is entitled The Music of Halflings. I can think of no other more appropriate book for you to sign, sir. As he opens up the cover.
It would be an honor. And I sign my name grandiose style. Ooh, boy. You have a dog, sir?
A dog?
He's a loud fellow.
Bunch of strays in this town. I saw him on the way in.
Unfortunately, I move around too much to adequately care for a pet.
Must be a stray then, like you just said. Yes, I will gladly sign it. And I sign it and probably spell his name wrong.
He seems to appreciate it all the same. So he takes the book and there's a big smile on his face. It's like, you are bona fide adventurers. I don't care what anybody else says.
Wait, what?
Did he just call us a name?
No, he gave you a compliment, you buffoon.
Did you just
As
call
I-
me a name?
No, I just gave you a compliment as well.
Oh, okay. Right, nobody calls me names. That's poor guy. I'll have to ask Nag what that means when we get out of here.
So, we're gonna go speak to
We gotta
Elias.
go see the woods guy. Hey, maybe get food on the way, real food.
Let us go.
So you travel to the Red Marmot. It's a decent-ish restaurant. Not very big.
Food smell okay outside?
Food smells okay. Redwall's not really known for being a big city, so you figure this is probably the only this is sort of just like a pit stop kind of thing for merchants. As you walk in, a surly-looking bald man greets you. He's like, "Welcome to the Red Marmot. What do you be having?"
Food?
We got that. Just gotta
Do you
know which
serve Marmot?
marmot. Nah, we ain't eat marmots. Too tough. You don't want to eat anything that eats meat. Harder to get all the nasty stuff out of it. It doesn't taste very good.
Oh.
Well, at least nobody will want to eat us.
Tell
I
me
think
which
we've got some fans of meat pies here, if you have some.
meat pies. Well, my bacon's not good. I mostly just work with chicken, if that's all right.
It just becomes increasingly more distraught looking.
I guess I should ask. You're Faye, right? So, I need to know if you have any special dietary needs.
Good
You wanna
bacon.
spit in my food?
Ah. Alright. Well, if there ain't anything too special, I'll get the daily special started for you.
Hey, bird girl, do you need anything special? You need like some worms or something?
I think
That's incredibly rude.
I mean, that's all I've ever seen birds eat, worms.
No, I'm good. And I kind of pull some like jerky out of my pouch and just kind of rip it with my beak.
You had jerky this whole time. You didn't offer any.
Never
Why would
asked.
she offer one to you? You're being a jerk. If I do
Are
say
you-
so myself.
Are you calling me names?
I think he's a guy.
No, no, no. You're just not being very nice. You buffoon.
I mean, no one ever asked me if I have anything.
Oh shit! Oh no! Oh, ignore
my
that.
screen's
Ignore that thing.
black.
Whoa!
That was nothing.
I just saw a musician.
Do you know them, Rupert?
I do not.
Nope. That
At
was
the moment.
a glitch in the Matrix. You saw
Yeah.
that. There are a few other patrons at the Red Marmot tonight. You see, curiously enough, you see a halfling sitting by the hearth, kind of curled up into a ball and hugging his knees, trying to stay next to the fire.
Man, he looks really cold over there.
There can't be many halflings in town.
I've never been here, have you?
Perhaps that's Ilias.
Well, why don't you go ask him, leader man?
I shall, and I walk up to him.
He kind of perks up a bit and he turns and he's like, hello, are you alive?
Of course, I'm alive. Why would you ask such a silly question?
I'm sorry, my goodness. I'm sorry. My name is Elias. I'm Elias Wood.
You are Elias. I've heard about you. Question for you. Do you have a cousin or a brother named Elijah by any chance?
Elijah?
Yes, I've met him before. Just curious if you two knew each other.
No, not that I've heard of, no.
Oh, sadness. Perhaps you will one day. He ran off with some babbling on about some ring. Never mind. Not important. Anyway, pleasure to meet you. I've heard so much about you. I've heard you entered the graveyard with the dancing dead. Sounds like an excellent song now that I think about it. But anyway, do tell your story. I'm so interested.
Yes. Well, alright. He seems to get a little bit more comfortable. He unballs himself at least, and enters a more natural sitting position. He starts to recount the tale. Well, I was drawn to the music. It was unlike any kind of music I had ever heard in my life. I wanted to hear
You haven't
more.
heard me play.
Perhaps
Do continue. My apologies.
I wanted to hear more, so I snuck in just before dusk, and I waited. And still I waited. And at about the stroke of midnight, I heard it. Music, strange music, not like anything I've ever heard. I looked around for the source, but it seemed to be coming from all around me in the graveyard. It was almost intoxicating. It was like being drunk. Before I knew it, I was moving along with it. Just then, the graves in the graveyards, they began to split apart. The earth came loose. And the people that were buried there sprang up from the ground. It was like something out of a child's horror novel. I wanted to get away, but I couldn't help but keep dancing to the music, and when I looked around, so were all of the deceased, dancing right along with it. I finally got to my senses and was able to flee through the gates. But when I did, those zombies started moving after me. Do you like that word, by the way? I came up with it, zombies.
Yes, yes. I prefer the term The Walking Dead, personally, but
Well, they weren't walking, they were dancing. But
they
that's
were
neither here nor
dancing,
there.
running after you?
They could move it. They were moving in time. I'm sure
Have
you've
you
seen
been drinking?
a little bit, yes. And I'd been hitting the pipeweed, but I didn't make this up. This was very real, and everybody
he's
else in town
talking.
can hear it.
As he's talking, I'm just getting a little more and more kind of uncomfortable. Like,
Was there like a band? Was there one person? Where'd the music come from?
I couldn't see where the music was coming from, but I did hear a voice.
Hmm.
It was like a master of ceremonies announcing the next song, but the voice was coming from everywhere and nowhere at once.
like a traveling circus?
So we should get stuff to put in our ears before we go out there, so we can't hear the music.
That's a good idea.
How do we know if there's music?
I mean, they've said the music was playing. Even the dude with the stupid blue roof said there was music. They could hear it in town.
Right.
I have a theory about this music. During my time at the Bard College, I heard of magic that could enchant and encapsulate the mind. Perhaps this music is doing the same to these people.
But what about the undead? Does your
Odds.
bard magic do that?
Could they be
That does
pretending?
not. We do not dabble in such necromantic ways. It is foul, an abomination, I tell you.
What?
Necromancy is
Necromancy.
a known thing.
It's not practiced often, but it's fairly horrible.
It
Seem
is.
to know a lot there, Archie.
Enough to be uncomfortable.
Yes, so it's
It's
certainly
kind of
something.
against,
Sorry.
kind of against everything we go against. You know, life is a delicate balance. Even death is a delicate balance that shouldn't be messed with.
But I like to send people that are living the other side. Is that bad?
It's part of the process.
Okay.
But
I just help them get there quicker.
someone back, bringing a body back that's already been dead is something entirely. Even healing someone that is, recently passed is acceptable if it's not their time. But if they've already been buried and then desecrating graves, it's just probably not the best. And we really should look into who's doing that.
Have you
So-
dealt with a matter like this before?
No,
My brain hurts.
not personally, but I've read enough and studied enough to where I've heard cases of it. But no.
While they're talking, I'm just gonna back up and walk over to the bar and ask if I can buy a towel from them, or a rag, or whatever they used to like wipe the bar off with. If I can just have one,
1 second, Colossus.
that's fine.
So, yes, Archimedes is right. Necromancy is known to anybody who is familiar with draconic or arcane magic. It is the process of making what is dead move again as if it were alive. Considered an abomination in many faiths. Not something that not something that a good person would normally be dealing with. Elias, having finished his tale, kind of furrows his brow. He looks at you. So you mean to go in there and find out what's causing all this?
That's what the contract says to do.
Well, you will have to be very brave. I Still get chills just calling up the memory.
We have our big guy here. We'll be fine.
You turn around and I'm at the bar. I'm not even with you. I walked off.
Speaking of
You're like,
big
whoa,
guy.
where'd he go?
The big guy. How is he stealthy?
Yeah, when there's a bar involved, he becomes very stealthy, apparently.
Poof. Pocket sand.
Only for a few minutes. And he's the loudest person in the room.
So the bald man looks at you and he's like, "You want a cleaning rag?"
Yeah, just a rag. I just need a rag, please. Can I just? I'm gonna keep it. I'm not gonna give it. I'll bring it back to you tomorrow, maybe.
Sure.
Okay.
You want a clean one or a dirty one?
I don't care.
He tosses you a dirty old fucking rag.
That's fine. I don't care. I just stuff it in my belt. Can I get an ale too?
Yeah.
Cool.
He pours you some very mediocre beer.
Whatever. I haven't drank a lot of beer, so all beer's good beer. I'll lay a couple silver down and walk back to the group. Big mug of beer and a rag in my belt.
Elias looks at the party again. He's like, well, it didn't happen until around the stroke of midnight.
Yeah, and you said you were drinking, so I'm just getting an early start so I can get the full effect like you had.
It is exhilarating, but also terrifying.
Is
So
it
we
always
have to.
around midnight?
Yes, that is what the townspeople have said, and what I have observed. Always around the stroke of midnight, the music starts.
And what time is it now? Like noon?
Yeah, it's noonish.
So we got damn 12 hours to kill.
Do you know how long it lasts?
What was that?
Do you know how
it-
long it lasts? Or how long they've noticed?
Usually dies down, right when the sun starts coming up, about 5 o'clock in the morning.
What do y'all do in this town for fun?
What do they do in any town for fun? Well,
Well, where I came from, we punched each other in the face.
usually that doesn't
Not
happen.
everybody. Yeah, not a lot of people like doing that.
If you're looking to pass the time, I... A lot of people here seem to enjoy picking the berries down by the local river.
Picking berries.
I don't think we'll have time for picking berries today.
I mean, we don't have anything to do till midnight. What are we gonna do till midnight?
Oh, why don't we go check it out during the day? Kind of see what we can see.
Is the
Yeah.
graveyard right outside of town?
Yes, it's,
Whatever.
right over at
I
the
would-
south end of town, just beyond the border.
Yeah, I would be more comfortable seeing it during the day. So that way we know if anything
Lay of the land.
out of sorts, yes.
Get our bearings.
Look for some musical instruments laying around on the ground that we could just bash and be done with this whole thing. Go home.
Well, if things aren't active until midnight, it may be good to see what's around during the day. Something odd.
I mean, it's either that or picking berries down by the river. So yeah, whatever.
Well, maybe we can go for a little bit.
I don't want to pick any berries.
Let's... we'll be able to rest up before we go back.
Alright, whatever.
Alright,
I'll finish my beer before we leave.
so you mosey your way down to the graveyard. It's pretty prominent.
As we walk up, I'm just gonna put my fingers in my ears.
You don't hear or see anything out of the ordinary. You see that it's fenced off in 4 directions. You do note that there is only one gate in and out of the cemetery. It's on the south end, and it's currently hanging wide open.
Can I look for like any track, like human tracks or non-humanoid tracks that might be in the ground?
Roll survival as you walk amongst the tombstones.
Ugh.
You see that a lot of the earth in front of each of the tombstones looks very loose, as though it was dug just yesterday.
Man, it looks like they just buried a bunch of people out here yesterday.
But given the dates on the tombstones, these people should have been buried for years at this point, most of them.
I don't know if I'd know that.
Is there a like a gravekeeper's hut or house nearby?
You see outside of the cemetery, you do see a small little hut.
Is anyone down for going to ask if they've reburied, or are recently buried all these bodies, or had to rebury them?
You may
We
go
can
knock on
ask.
the door.
I think it may be worth a shot.
A wise idea, I think.
I'll go knock on the door.
Knock on the door. About 30 seconds later, a man wearing brown overalls, kind of a very pale looking fella, opens up the door. Regards all of you, and he's like, yes,
Are you a ghost?
no,
I touch him.
I really don't like that, sir.
Yeah, that's fine. You're okay. He's not a ghost, guys. He's just really pale.
Well, that's a plus.
Is he one of those? What that guy? What do you call him? Are you a zombie?
What did you ask?
I think he just woke up, guys.
I want to kind of stop and. Oh, sorry, he's a bumbling buffoon. We had a question for you. We had some concerns from some folks in the town.
Hold on, please. He shuffles, it's more of a waddle, over to a small dirty table, picks up a sort of cone-shaped metal object. He holds the tapered end to his ear and shuffles back to you.
Some bitch is deaf. He hadn't heard any music.
Turns his head. Could you repeat that?
Can I go and put my whole face in the cone
Yes, you can stick your beak inside the cone.
and repeat the whole thing and go, we wanted to know, did you just bury all these bodies like there was World War II? Or did you have to rebury the body? I'm going to say it very slowly.
Maybe you should have said the Red War. Then the fuck World War II.
No.
They know.
These are very old graves. All of them. I've noticed that the dirt is looser than it should be. I am just about to go and pack it all down again.
How many times has she had to pack it down?
For the past week.
Oh, so you can hear me now. I see how it is.
You didn't think anything was odd about that?
It was strange, but we have a lot of people come through town on their way to the city. I figured it was some troublemakers trying to spook everybody.
I think you do a pretty good job of that yourself.
Thank you, sir.
Are you the one playing all the music at night?
Music?
Yeah.
I can't appreciate music. I haven't been able to hear very well in 50 years.
It doesn't mean you can't play music, but okay.
Can I insight check him?
What are you trying to insight?
I want to see if he's full of shit.
Okay, yeah.
And if he's actually deaf.
He has been completely 100% forthcoming with you.
I'm just gonna walk away and I'm gonna go look around for any instruments laying on the ground.
I was gonna make sure it wasn't like a, it's almost like overplayed. Not by you, DJ, but just like by
That's
him. It's like,
DJ.
Not by DJ, but just like,
Like that guy's acting a fool.
yeah. I mean, I've heard of deaf people, and we have deaf people, but come on, man.
You've, I mean, he seems pretty darn hard of hearing. He gets a serious look on his face. Are you here for the same reason that Ponytail Man was here?
Ponytail Man.
No, we didn't meet.
Yes, we did. That's the guy with the blue house.
Oh, Rat Man.
I don't think he was called Ratman, but
Yeah, that was his name, wasn't it? Rat Man.
I don't really remember.
Rat Man Doubtfire, wasn't that his name?
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
You were close, though. I'm just gonna kind of pat him on the shoulder. You were close. You tried.
Probably more like.
What was the man with the ponytail here for?
He wondered if anything was strange was happening during night. But I don't stay here at night. I get very scared of the dark.
Where do you go at night then?
I have a house back in town. It just got painted
Blue.
blue.
Ugh. Why? Why all the blue? Why? What's blue for? What's it for? Why blue?
You're lucky he doesn't hear that.
Perhaps irony, because the town is called Redwall.
I don't get it.
I don't know.
Never mind.
Very ironic people.
Well, the roof's blue, but maybe the walls are.
Yeah, maybe they should rename their town Blue Roof.
I want to ask him if he's seen like anyone odd roaming around during the day.
No, mostly people from the town. They looked like they were investigating whatever it is they're upset about. Are you here to help?
Indeed, we are. I'm gonna try.
Well, feel free to go among the graves and see what you can see. I won't be here after dark, but I can leave the gate unlocked for you.
Hey,
Would
hey.
be, very useful. Is there any particularly odd, creepy places in this graveyard? Like places you won't even go?
Yes. There is the Master's Mausoleum. It's on the north end of the cemetery. The door is locked, but not by any kind of key. I haven't been able to go inside. Neither has anybody else. It was
Who's buried in there?
The engraving out front is for one Nicholas Haste. He must have been very important to get such a burial. But as to how to get inside, that seems to have been lost to history.
Is there a door?
There is a door, but it is made of firm stone, and we cannot seem to get it open.
I look at Corgat.
I don't have a key.
Yeah, but you have the things, and I just flex at him.
Oh. Well, yeah, I do have those. That's right.
Hold on. Before we start desecrating mausoleums.
Did you say it's where on the north?
maybe-
Let's see.
Maybe we can just go look at it and see.
Maybe we could have our little feller over here, Mr. Puddlefoot, Mr. Wetfeet, play a little ditty and see if they come up out their grave. See if they maybe dance in the daytime if there's music.
That seems optimistic.
I mean, they dance when there's music. Maybe the concerts.
Would
I mean,
that be
we
the
can't
same
rule
as
it out.
necromancy, though? Like,
The club doesn't
that-
get cracked
Yeah.
until midnight, but I mean, maybe people would show up if it was cracking during the day too.
I don't think Mr. Puddlefoot partakes in that kind of magic.
Well, maybe it's just maybe they like the music. I'm just saying, maybe I would like to hear a Puddlefoot song. I'm a big fan.
That's a bunch of bullshit, and you know it.
straight up called out.
No, really, yeah, really. Sing me a
And
song.
you dare to use my name to get into the Aeolian.
Sing me a song.
You
Westy.
sully my good name, sir.
Oh yeah,
Whatever.
I should mention, if you ever did pass by the Aeolian, the bouncer informed you that your giant green friend and his wolf companion are no longer welcome.
Yeah, he would have told me that as I left for the evening.
That doesn't mean I won't go back and try to get back in. I'm not scared of a bouncer.
Could I go check out, could Mr. Smiley go check out Nicholas Hast's grave?
Yeah, I would like to go as well.
Play us a
That sounds
song,
like-
Piano Man.
A thing that
Say
could be
sarcastically.
picked. What's a piano?
He's talking about a pianoforte, which is the thing.
Yeah, whatever. Just making a Billy Joel pun, but that's okay.
So, as you go into the graveyard here, you see all the loose dirt in front of the tombstones. There appear to be two smaller mausoleums on the west and east side of the cemetery. And to the north, you see the one that the gravekeeper was talking about. And it looks like it's carved out of smooth marble.
To the north? This
Yeah, it's that one.
Can I go and investigate the door?
Yes. So upon getting closer to the door, you
I'll go with Mr. Smiley.
Oh,
so you see
hello.
I'll just stay behind you.
an inscription on the door, and it says, "Here lies Nicholas Haste, hero of the Red War, in his eternal resting place. May Emilius guard his soul for eternity." You see two symbols on either side of the door. Who would even recognize this? Probably Rupert would. And Nag definitely would, but he's not here. The one on the left. So you see an 8-pointed star, and each of the tips of the star ends in a dragon's head. Rupert, you are traveled enough to know that this is sort of the symbol of the dominant religion of most of Speria. It is Drangleth is the name of the religion. You know, it's a story of faith of the world being shaped by 8 dragons, each with their own color. So you see a purple head, a green, a blue, a red, a white, a black, a bronze, and a steel head. I don't know if your character follows the faith or not, or if it's just unspecified.
He's probably a pretty worldly fella, but still, definitely, he probably knows or was raised it, but whether he's a devout man, probably not, given his activity.
So it's a story of the creation of the world by the 8 dragon gods. You know most of their names. You know that the purple dragon god is named Morgana. You know the blue dragon god is named Xylus. The white, Asma. The black, Karen. The steel, Emilius. And the red, Janus.
He done gone down the river.
You know that mostly people worship Each of them sort of in equal numbers, although some of them tend to favor a certain color and dragon more than the others. You are aware of offshoots of the religion, new faiths that have cropped up, but this seems to be old school Dranglith, pre-Red War, even. You see another symbol on the right, and Lucy, this is your symbol. This is the symbol of the cycle, with the white dragon looking from above down to the earth, and the black dragon looking from below towards the skies.
And this is on the door?
This is.
Okay. And I want to inspect the door. I say like magical runes, because this is the one that they said was like a big stone door that doesn't open.
Yep, you see no traditional locking mechanism. You see no handle. Looks like the stone has been sealed together, even. You don't see any magical runes. The only thing you see are those two symbols.
Could we push the symbols?
Yes, you put your hands on the symbols. They're on sort of brass frames on the door.
Do they
I
do they
wanna
like
put,
rotate?
yeah, I want to press onto my symbol.
Nothing happens when you touch them.
I'm not warm or anything. Or
It-
exceptionally cold.
it's existentially warm. You feel nice touching the symbol of your own faith.
Can I cast detect magic on it?
This shit is magical as fuck. See that it is, you can discern that it's mostly draconic magic that is surrounding this door.
Also, it's gonna take me 10 minutes, by the way, because I'm not wasting a spell slot on that, but...
Mm-hmm.
So you cast that shit as a ritual?
Yep.
Yeah. We're not in no hurry! Where else do you have to go? You'll be fine.
Pick some berries down by the river, of course. So mad Rupert wouldn't play us a song.
Can I explore the rest of the cemetery then while she's doing that?
Yes.
I'll join you, Mr. Smiley.
Oh,
I go over to one of the graves that looks freshly dug.
Okay. You see that it's somebody who lived to the age of 29.
wow.
You see
Man,
that.
he was old.
Yeah, life expectancy's gotten better recently, but you see that this fella died during the Red War.
I'd like to set my stuff aside and just start digging.
Okay.
What? Do I see that while I'm
Yeah.
doing my ritual?
I mean, she's not being stealthy about it.
No.
You're doing a cast though. You can't stop.
Okay.
Right? That's what I was like, do I notice
We're
it
not
while I'm
starting
doing
this
a
shit all
ritual?
over again.
Alright, so you're mid-ritual casting, so Haneke starts digging up the grave while you're focused on that.
I'm just gonna walk around the mausoleum,
Yeah.
pushing
you-
it not pushing hard, but just like seeing if there's like any like places I can push open, like a door.
You dig and you dig, and you find a skeletal corpse. Mostly skeleton at this point. Not very much necrotic flesh at all. You see that the wooden coffin he was lying in seems to be half ajar. But he is indeed laying in it.
Oh. I have an idea out of game, but in game, I don't think Korgoth would realize this, so I don't know how to go about it.
Well, what you got in your mind?
Were all these graves, all these people killed during the Red War?
You don't know just yet.
Yeah, I've got an idea brewing in my mind, but
You don't see
I'm
anything?
just pushing on the doors, trying to get into the tomb.
Make a strength check. And Haneke, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary with this very decayed corpse.
Boring.
Yeah, no, Colossus. Nothing happens.
Dang. I'm gonna go around. I'm just gonna touch both the symbols at the same time.
I guess I will rebury the casket.
Can I reach them both at the same time?
Yeah.
I'm gonna touch them both and like try to push them in at the same time.
They don't really push or anything. Just
Do
feels
they
like
turn?
grass.
Do they rotate?
Nope.
I'm just gonna sit down on the steps with my hand on my like.
Is there anything else of notice in the graveyard?
You see two mausoleums to the
nice.
east and the west, smaller ones.
Go check out one of those. Maybe
Let's
there's
go,
a
Mr. Smiley. Let's investigate.
The one on the east.
Yes, I shall follow your lead.
Oh, right, this way.
I have to say, Mr. Smiley, I've gained a newfound respect for you. I wasn't sure about you at first, but after watching you slay those spiders, you've proven yourself in my eyes.
Aw, thank you.
So
You're welcome.
you wander in.
Oh, it's open.
The grim smell of death kind of meets you. See a very fancy kind of casket in the center of the room. You don't really see much of anything else. It's kind of dirty in here. The walls are stone. It's about 10 feet up. Is the ceiling. You don't really see anything else interesting other than the casket in the center of the room.
Can we take a look inside?
Look inside. Do you attempt to open the casket?
Yes.
Check it for trip.
Am I still casting my ritual while they're all doing this?
It's a good thing too.
While they're all desecrating this graveyard.
Why would you check it for traps? You're a fucking pirate. You know shit's a trap. You've gone treasure hunting.
Make
Why
a
would you trap a random grave?
make a strength check. Try
I'm made of strength checks. That's what I do best. That's strength save.
No, yeah, just check. For,
Not
yeah,
athletics?
it probably should be athletics because we're in 5e. Yeah.
Would you like some
Yeah.
inspiration, Mr.
Nope. No need.
You
I'll
push.
just
Holler for the big man. I'll come open it for you.
You push and you push and you push, and you cannot get it to move. You do notice that there is a little blurb about this fella too. You see the Shukism symbol, the one that Archimedes has all over herself. You see the blurb says that this hi Calypso. See that this casket is home to one Shin Megame. Apparently a settler from Astalan. Must have been pretty fancy, although there is no biographical information on the blurb. It just has dates of his life and death, and it is after the Red War. It's when this fella kicked the bucket.
What was the guy's name? Does it say?
Shin
Megami.
Megame.
We don't remember. He wasn't anything that we would have in chapter 0 that I
He
remember.
was a human being. Well,
No, I'm talking out of character. He wasn't like a main person in chapter 0.
no, he wasn't.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm. I mean, yeah, of course. Well, you don't know. He
Well,
could've-
we traveled, but I don't think we met everybody.
Sure.
There's also the fact that he lived and died after the Red War.
After the Red War. Okay. guys are fracking in this stupid floor.
Well, this one's sealed tight. Maybe we could try another one.
You think it's wise to try to open these?
Well, they're not gonna open them themselves. And if they want to dance, then we gotta let them out. You know, now that I think about it, that doesn't really make sense.
Agreed.
I guess we'll go check the other one.
Okay.
Do we see them? I'm sitting on the steps, so I see them walking out of one to the other.
Yeah.
What are y'all doing over there?
Exploring.
You find anything?
Graves.
You need any help? I'm just sitting here on these stupid steps.
You could open that one, maybe.
I haven't been very lucky at opening things, but I can come try. I'll walk down there to the other one.
So, symmetrical to the other grave, or the other mausoleum, you see a casket here. It's...
Isn't
Pretty
that the
much-
same thing that was on the other one?
No, this one is a different symbol. This is the Drangleth symbol.
That's not the one that was on the main one, Nick's?
Nick said
It's
both.
one of the ones on the main one.
Oh yeah. That's one of the ones that was on that other one, isn't it? They look the same, sorta.
Yep, they do.
Oh, wow. Maybe if we... Can I touch it? Does it, like, move or turn or anything?
Nope.
What does the inscription say?
The inscription says that this is a grave for Ilse Kunibert, who
Whoa.
lived and died prior to the Red War. Very old. Must have been very
Wonderful.
important, but much like Shin, does not have any biographical information.
Hmm.
So this one's before, the other one's after, and Nick was during. And he's both. You want me to try to open this? I mean, that's...
Can't hurt. Well, I guess it could hurt.
Can I... I'm gonna check if... Is it trapped? Can I check it for traps?
Sure, investigation. Meanwhile, Bert's still casting. You see a casket, Koryath.
You want me to open... Why do you want me to open a casket?
I didn't
I think
necessarily. I just
They go off on their own.
You think there's treasure in there?
you just wanted something to do, so I came up with something you could do.
Is it a casket or like a vault, like stone?
It's like a stone grave.
Stone grave. I don't know the proper terminology for that, actually.
Vault? I think it's what they put the casket in before they put it in the ground, kind of. It's like a vault, I think. That's what it's
Sure.
called, maybe. Okay. You want me to try to open this? Can I look?
you
Okay,
can.
yeah, fuck it. I'll try to open it. Athletics? Ooh, yeah.
You push, and it gives a bit.
Oh, it moved a little bit, guys.
That's not a good smell.
Can I assist him in opening it?
Yeah, you have advantage on another athletics check if you would like to keep going.
Guys, it doesn't smell very good. Oh, you want me to keep... Oh.
Push some more. I go up and try to help.
Oh,
You push the top of the casket off with a loud clang as it careens into the stone floor. You see a very dead person. It's bones at this point. It's been dead so long. Just a skeleton.
were they buried with anything neat?
Are you gonna steal from a...
No,
Well,
you,
he's not gonna use it, is he?
you don't see that he was buried with anything.
Oh.
Not really big on the whole material possessions, old school Drangolith followers.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Maybe we should open the other one just in case.
I'm gonna close this one because it really stinks.
Athletics
Wait.
to close it back up.
Just leave it open.
No, it smells so bad.
This way he can get out when we play the music. And if there's two open ones...
Rupert, play a song. Maybe he'll start dancing.
I don't think it works like that.
Whatever, I'm closing it then.
Okay.
Nope, I'm not closing it.
You have an advantage because I guess Leah's still helping.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh boy.
You do manage to lift up that incredibly heavy vault lid and slide it back into place.
Power close that son of a bitch. I don't think we need to open the other one. I don't think we're gonna find anything in there. That smelled really bad.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Smeller's the feller, that's what I always say.
You've
doesn't-
never said that.
That doesn't make any sense. What the hell?
He who smelt it dealt it?
Yeah.
Never
didn't-
mind. Let's
Oh.
continue.
Oh, what? Well, I'm gonna go see if Archie's done. This is stupid.
As you get back out, Archie, your ritual spell finally goes off. The door in front of you is completely just laden with draconic magic. Like it is just overpoweringly, like the spell has an aura, so magic effects give off an aura, and this thing is like glowing pure red with how magical it is.
Wow. Can I? So since this lasts for 10 minutes,
Excuse me.
I want to kind of walk around like the whole area. Is it like just the door, or is there anything else that kind of stands out?
Among each of the, well, not each of the loosened dirt around the grave, some of them, you see a faint trace of draconic magic lingering.
Red draconic magic.
Well, it's just red because of the spell. It's like thermal
Yeah.
imaging for magic.
Interesting. Do I notice that they have gone through and like ripped apart half of this graveyard?
Well, Leah or Haneke reburied that corpse before you got finished with your spell. You do see Rupert, Korgath, Haneke, and Smiley come out of the mausoleum to the west, but you didn't see what they did inside.
Oh, hey guys.
Hey.
This place is magical as fuck. What are y'all doing?
How magical?
Oh yeah, that door is that's I don't even know what they sealed it with, but it is super like whatever is in there is either very bad or they wanted to really protect it.
There's a symbol in here what we just came out of that's on the door up there. Maybe you should go check it out.
Sure.
Because I don't know. I just know they look alike.
Okay.
I also wanted to ask, do I know, is there any like special significance between the two symbols next to each other of the two religions or no?
It's a bit weird.
Like would I know of any significance to it?
It's a bit weird. You think
Is
your-
Nag-
a theory
never
would be
responded.
that it
Is Nag
was
here and just like brr?
I figured he buried his head in the sand like an ostrich.
Just like buried his head in a book.
yeah.
No, you ever seen like the sand boas? They get
No.
into sand and they just kind of like shiver and they kind of bury themselves.
Because if he's here, I've got an idea.
He's here. As far as significance goes,
DJ disappeared.
a
did.
theory
We
that
miss
you
you,
might
DJ.
have.
Guys, we
Come back
did
to
it!
Oh.
us.
You muted your microphone, DJ.
I did. I muted my microphone while you guys chatted. So what I was saying was there is you don't know of any special significance of those two symbols being so close to one another. A theory that kind of pops in your head would be maybe it was somebody who was open to all lines of faith, or perhaps there was more than one person in here, and each of them had their own faith.
Gotcha.
Nag's here. He's just spaced out, right?
Yeah.
And Nag and Milo told me about the Red War on our way to Frontera.
Yes.
I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna like tap on Milo on Nag's belt. Like, hey,
Nobody is here.
you just what? You're here. You just said something.
Oh my
We need
gosh.
your help.
What?
Nag's reading.
What?
You know anything about these symbols? You seem
Yes.
to know a lot of shit.
Those are very common symbols. It is the symbol of Drenglith and the symbol of Shukism.
Do you know anything about a Nick? What's that guy's name?
Nicholas Haste.
Yeah.
He was a paladin during the Red War, and he died.
Do you know how to get in this tomb?
No. Looks to be very closed. Have you tried opening the door?
Could you see a door? Well, you're not. You don't even have any eyes. You're a freaking book.
I can see. You hit pages kind of turn, and you see a pair of eyes, like on a page, drawn on.
Ugh.
Not like actual eyes, but like a drawing of eyes.
Okay. How do I? Where do I need to open it? I'll open it. Just show me. Tell me where.
I don't know.
I thought you were so.
I am very smart.
Doesn't seem like it right now.
I do not need to prove myself to the likes of you.
Whatever.
Are you done?
Oh yeah, if you can't help us any.
He slides back into Nag's pouch.
Well, it's worth a try. He's a stupid bug. How long have we been here?
You've been wandering around for at least 10 minutes because she had to cast that entire ritual.
We haven't even been here half an hour.
Can I walk around to every? I'm gonna walk around to. Does it say that they died like during the Red War, or is it just the date that happened during the Red War?
It was the date, so specific dates.
Would I
and
know?
it's yeah.
I'm gonna
Milo.
walk around to every freaking tombstone and see how many people died before, during, and after the Red War.
It's an even mix of all three.
Wow.
See, they've been putting the more recent ones towards the bottom, it looks like.
And there's no musical instruments just laying around on the dirt.
Nope.
You want me to try to open that tomb?
No. It'll be fine. I mean, I don't. If he was a paladin, I don't imagine there's anything evil.
I mean,
Let's.
there could be
Found it.
evil. You don't think there's evil paladins in the world?
Not from the way that he spoke of him.
He's a book. You know, what does he know? He couldn't even help us get in.
I mean, and I would have imagined that he mentioned, like, yes, this was an evil paladin during the Red War. So it's kind of an important little thing, the tidbit, but typically when one says paladin, they just mean, your average run-of-the-mill paladin.
do
I
any
mean,
more?
he obviously had to be special to be buried.
Do any more
Subject
names
to
on the
that.
tombstone?
You see a lot of names, but none of them from what you've heard in history. These seem to just be common folk.
I've had like 2 days of history, so okay.
Whenever you
So we're
guys
just
are,
gonna like camp here tonight, or what?
whenever you guys are done
so.
poking around, we can fast forward.
Yeah,
Time
we
skip.
probably shouldn't, I mean, necessarily camp here, but we can go back to the town, hang around for a
Maybe
little
we
bit,
should
rest
just-
up, and then come back before
Yeah,
midnight.
Maybe we should just set up shop outside of the graveyard. I mean, they were in there. The dude, little man, said they didn't come out, so he went in.
I'll do it with you.
Okay, yellow.
Alright.
It's a gladiator term. You wouldn't understand.
I don't understand a lot of things you do.
No, that's good. I don't eat contracts either. We got something in common with each other.
Not eating contracts?
We don't do a lot of the same stuff.
I explain myself.
I
There's a
just
good
do
reason.
shit. All right. Well, I'm gonna go like, I don't know, 1,000 feet away from the graveyard. Just sit down if there's a tree under it.
Alright, are you all going to chill out together?
I didn't notice
Sure.
that.
Sure. I suggest we make sure we stay far away from the graveyard.
Oh, is no one using that trinket?
Oh yeah, did we divvy up the trinkets?
That's
The
on
one
you
that
guys.
Who wants the one that who has the lowest AC that's not a barbarian?
Me.
What's your AC 17?
I'm gonna get hit.
Who has an AC lower than 17?
My ability to dodge attacks is that of a 15, one might say.
We're out of character right now.
15 is my armor class.
No, stay
also
in
did.
character. Don't you ever stop. Don't let him bully you.
Yeah,
You
shut
RP
the
shit out
hell
of him.
up, Colossus.
I bully everybody. It's my character.
I can be in character if I want to be in
You
character.
got a 15 AC. Okay.
Thanks, Haneke.
You're welcome.
What's your AC, Haneke?
While you play the loot game, I'm gonna go pee.
It's got like 22 or something
Yeah, I'm
like that.
sitting at like 22.
What's you?
Jesus Christ. Oh, I was kidding. I didn't realize
no,
that was
I'm-
true.
What are you,
So,
Archie?
I feel like I should actually give you guys this little bit of info because it's like I normally will never be attacking things unless like every odd is in my favor. Like the last time it was just completely bullshit that I got lucky on. But in like tank stance, I actually count as half cover. So if you position yourself around me, you actually gain +2 AC and sorry, not +2 AC. It's plus.
Walking
That's-
meat shield.
Pretty
Yeah.
neat.
A legit meat shield.
You gain 2 AC and 2 Dex on your saving throws, or 2 plus 2
nice.
Dex saving throws.
Bard's best friend.
And if I spend my movement, if I guys spend half my movement on a turn, I can actually give you 3/4 coverage versus +5 AC.
Oh my god.
Calypso's gonna have to get a job.
Alright. So
Alright, I'm back.
when I do that 3/4 cover, I'm actually considered an obstacle. So you can literally hide behind me.
So we have a
What
+1
the
to
hell?
AC and saves against the restraint condition. That's pretty good.
So I'm questioning, has Rupert already started making himself like a little pouch to kind of sit like a little baby kangaroo?
Oh my god.
On your back.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Give this to me now.
What's
That's a
Archie's AC?
wonderful
Can I
idea.
become a mecha? Is that a thing I can do?
Do you have
So-
room for a notch +2 charm, Tom?
I do. I don't have any charms.
One
Who
of
does-
my favorite things from one of my original games was we had an old man. He basically played an old man cleric that could hardly walk, so we actually made him like a baby Bjorn. And we had the fighter carry him on his back.
Does
So
anybody
if we were running out of shit, we were like trying to strap him in real quick and carrying him around.
What's your AC, Lucy?
15.
Do you want +1 to AC?
I can. I forget how many slots do we have? 'Cause
Three.
mine-
It is equal to
we-
your proficiency bonus, which is 2 right now.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay, because I have a charm of perception, which I think is using 2.
Yeah,
full.
the skill charm should be taking up 2.
Yeah.
All right, Smiley. Nag, give it to him.
Yar.
Nag hands over the charm.
And we have a Charmer the Executioner. Does anybody want +2 to attack and damage against insectoid type enemies?
I mean, I'm not wearing any charms, so like I guess so.
Okay, cool. You can have the other one. I'm wearing one that gives me advantage on athletics for arm wrestling and one for health. So YOLO.
That's not an actual
You have a
charm.
charm for arm
You're not, that's not an actual charm, Colossus. I was fucking
No, it
kidding.
is.
No.
I have a charm of arm wrestling.
So what is the charm you do? What does it do?
You have
it's-
+2 attack and +2 damage against insectoid type enemies.
Okay.
Does Haneke have a way to force enemies to attack?
I don't, but here I'll just link this. So, like, I'm half of 2 things essentially. So if you are near me, typically that is really great for you, because I have shield mastery. So I can essentially use the protection feat that I impose disadvantage as a reaction when you're next to me. So if someone attacks you, I can force them to take disadvantage, but I cannot force them to attack me.
But buffing your AC is not going to help any besides making you even harder to hit.
Yeah, it's not really gonna be helpful.
Okay.
I'm just gonna sit down while we're waiting, and I'm gonna pull out my rag and I'm gonna start tearing it into strips. How many strips can I make?
You can make enough for 6 pairs of ears, so 12 ears in total.
I got enough for 35 ears here, guys. Who wants some
I
stuff
only
here
have
to
2.
keep the music out?
Is
I
that clean?
don't really have ears.
I mean, it's going in your ears.
But
Who
the
cares?
thought
I mean,
was great.
Archie, I have a question for you before we continue down this filthy path as I take a look at the nasty rag. Have you heard of the spell Silence before?
I have.
Do you know it by any chance?
I do not.
Well, shit.
Not today.
What about you,
I
Nag?
mean, if we wanted to come back maybe tomorrow night,
did somebody
I
say
could
something?
possibly think about trying to remember how to cast it.
I'm sorry, I was reading a book. Did somebody say something?
How
There's
about this week? Oh, go ahead, DJ.
There
Sorry.
is enough time for you to prepare a new set of spells if you would like.
I would like
Then
to.
yes, I can.
I'm very good at Eldritch Blasting, and that's about it. I'm just reading my book. Please leave me alone.
I could take silence and make it to where we don't hear anything.
I just wonder. I'm concerned as my studies in the Bardic College have taught me that sometimes music can force you to do things you don't really want to do, if you catch my meaning.
I can make like a bubble for us that would be soundproof. Hopefully, we just have to figure out how to communicate otherwise.
By this time, I've handed out some ripped up pieces of rag, and I've stuffed two in my ear, and I'm like, huh?
I'm also stuffed
Did
them
you
in
say
my ears.
something? Rupert, play some music. See if I can hear you.
These two are well, he is annoying.
Well, it may be, beneficial, especially because I can't really stuff my ears.
Your mouth's moving, but I can't hear
Yes,
anything.
that is true.
I'm gonna nudge Hannah.
That's a good point.
Can you hear anything?
I just start mouthing silently.
I can't hear
I
her.
have a wonderful idea that I have came up with. Let's send Big Man in there tonight once the music starts playing, and if he starts doing something weird, you can cast silence on him, and then maybe he'll snap out of it.
That is a good point.
Huh? You know where there's a big meat pie?
Hey, Big Man!
I
Put
can't hear a
those
word.
I take the rags and
You can't reach my ears. I am
No,
standing
the rags on the ground. As I pick them up, I then immediately drop them because they're disgusting.
I mean, they're going in your ears. You can't smell them. Who the fuck cares if they're clean?
There's only a certain amount of funk you can block.
Your ears must be very far away from your nose.
My head's pretty large.
It's just really disproportionate, like on the back of his head.
Very disproportionate to the size of his brain, too.
Y'all are
Anyway.
lucky I can't hear you.
Nice snapshot there.
Thank you. I'm here
I
all
didn't hear
night.
it. I'm just saying. As...
Yeah, she stuffed her ears too.
I think we should be okay then. Let's say let's hang around here until probably around 11 or so, and then maybe see what goes on.
I'm gonna start trying to communicate with hand signals, just random signals to see if anybody understands what I'm saying. Like pointing at my two eyes and then pointing at the graveyard and then like making a cross with my arms and like pointing in both directions and.
You see ghosts?
I
And then
plant
I'll just-
my weapon in the ground and I just kind of
Two
lean up
thumbs
against
up.
it and start taking him down.
Alright. So, time passes. Sun sets. darkness comes.
I'm gonna tap Archie on the shoulder. I'm like really loud, like, "You got any more of that jerky?"
Yeah, why do you still have that in your ears? I'm just gonna like go through and like pluck it out of his ears.
Oh, man, give it back! You don't know when the music's gonna start.
I said around midnight, you're fine. Stop yelling at me.
Do you have any jerky? I'm hungry. I need to get dinner.
Jeez, Mom! I need some jerky.
I need to eat some. Give me some jerky.
Did he not get you meat pies?
I did, but that was lunch. It's dinner time.
You didn't grab anything else? Y'all are the ones that wanted to camp out. I said we could go back into town and hang out for a little bit and then come back.
Quit changing
Why
the
do you
subject.
want my
Quit.
jerky?
I just want a piece. Give me like a big piece, like the biggest one.
I don't know if you're gonna like my jerky though.
What's it made out of? Meat?
I don't know
People.
if I can say.
Is it made out of human?
No, not only human. No,
Is it made out of
but I'm not sure if certain people would be offended.
I'm gonna
Made
cut
out of
my.
snakes.
Is it made out of snakes?
Yeah, it
You got jerky made out of snakes?
is. God damn it.
What?
His nags like paid any attention to this. He is so engrossed in his book, he has no idea.
Oh yeah, Nag is over there teaching himself fucking calculus. I wager.
Why do you have? Are you gonna eat nag?
Well, no. I mean, he's really big.
He's-
That would be.
That would be like a lot.
I'm not that
a lot of
tough.
jerky. That'd be like a lot of jerky.
Oh, you have a good point.
Yeah, it's a lot.
No, no. See, he walks and it's just weird, and he talks. It's a bird thing. I mean, we eat mice and snakes.
He makes this face at you.
You don't have any mouse jerky in there? It's just all snake jerky?
You know how little mouse jerky I would get trying to make mouse jerky?
By the way, I don't see any ears on Nag.
Snakes don't hear it.
I don't know how that works.
Snakes do have ears, I think, though.
Seems like a bird does.
Yeah.
They
They're
can hear
just
sounds, but they're
sentient.
not as they're not as reliant on their ears.
Give me my
So,
rag back! I jerk my
time-
rag back, stick it back in my ear. I'm mad you won't jerk.
Time passes. It's about 11:45 at night.
Everybody, put your things in.
Smiley will put some in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I just want to be kind of alert. I'm not gonna cast anything yet.
We're way outside the graveyard, right?
I said I was gonna go 1,000
Yeah, I
feet
think
away
it's
from
outside. Yeah.
Yeah, you're pretty far out from the graveyard. Those of you with rags in your ears, you don't hear this. Those of you without, you start to hear some very strange sound coming from the direction of the cemetery.
Oh man, this seems like a funky jam I'm missing out on.
It's a very upbeat tune. It's unlike anything you've ever heard.
Does Rupert have stuff in his ears?
I don't.
Yeah, you hear that shit, Rupert.
I just want to look straight at him and go, "What is that?"
I've never heard such music in my life.
Nag looks up from his book. Where is this weird noise coming from? It is interrupting my studies.
I like how he's kind of like Billy Crystal, but not quite.
What is going on? I was just in the
Oh,
middle of
boy.
learning how to solve for right triangles.
Well, I mean, that's all we hear, right?
Yep.
I guess let's go look. Maybe go around the outskirts.
I say we send one of them, the non-magical people.
Do you really trust him though to go look at something? I mean,
Maybe we should send Mr. Smiley. He's quite speedy and observant.
and slightly more competent.
Yes.
Hey, y'all are mean as
Let's
fuck to
send
me
him.
when I can't hear nothing.
I mean, y'all are both loud as fuck and basically started a bar fight.
I didn't start anything.
I didn't start a bar fight. I got some meat pies.
Started like a riot, man.
I tap Mr. Smiley on the shoulder and motion for him to remove his ear thing.
Mr. Smiley will.
You hear this?
Oh, I know. Listen, we need to go investigate. We need someone who is both brave and speedy to go investigate the source of this music. And we thought you would be well suited for the task.
Mr. Smiley will think about it. And he'll open his bag.
It was kind of a team decision. It wasn't just him volunteering you this time.
Yes, we discussed it, and we thought you'd be far more useful than Big Man over there.
I'm just
I
kind of
think
looking up.
Kaneki would just try to eat whatever it is over there.
I'm just
What
whistling.
we
looking up
want
at
to
the
do
sky.
is test if the music has an effect on you. So you would walk in and do something like, do jazz hands, and I show him what jazz hands are. And then if you were to stop doing jazz hands, we would know that the music would have an effect on you, and then Archie would cast silence, and then you would have your mind back.
But, wait, I'd be doing jazz hands to show I'm not being affected by the music?
Probably a bad example.
What if
Do
I...
I mean, but does anyone really dance using jazz hands?
Can I tell it's midnight?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take off walking towards the graveyard.
Oh,
Okay.
see? Look, you don't even have to worry about it.
This is going to be terrible.
So Korgath starts going towards the graveyard. You get more within earshot of music, and now you can sort of hear it through your rags. You don't feel any odd effects from the music as you approach.
I'm gonna back up to where the group is. I'm like, I need more rags. Anybody got any more rags they're not using?
Mr. Smiley will donate his.
I'm gonna stuff the extra set of rags in there
Okay.
Gross.
and take back off.
You're more or
There's
less deaf at
probably
this
a lot
point.
of room in there, I can imagine.
I'm
You
gonna
have
do it.
you have
Campaign.
disadvantage on all perception checks.
That's fine.
So you're pretty much deaf at this point.
Yep, that's the idea.
You roll up on this graveyard.
Can I look around and see if I can see where the music's coming from?
You cannot. You cannot see where the music is coming from, but you can't hear, right? But you can still
Right.
feel the vibration of the music in your
Yeah.
body. You feel it coming from directly in front of you. If you had the rags out, you could echolocate it better, but you just know that the source is somewhere in the cemetery, based on the vibrations.
Nobody came with me? Okay, I see how y'all are.
Well,
I'm gonna go
someone
back.
You ran off as like a.
Go-
It's
ritual
midnight! We're
sacrifice.
supposed to go in at midnight! I'm gonna
We're
walk
supposed
back.
to scope it out.
I'm gonna walk back and be like, I don't know from where. I'm yelling this right now because I didn't take that shit out of my ears. I don't know where from where, but the music's coming from in the graveyard somewhere.
I think we knew that.
Stealthy.
I'll go check. Hang on.
Here, I'll take the rags back out that he gave me and hand them back to him.
Same plan as usual, Mr. Smiley. What's your signal?
Mr. Smiley will do a pirate hand signal.
What the fuck's a pirate hand
Give
symbol?
us the signal every couple of seconds so we know you're in your right mind.
Right. I can do that.
You want me to come with you?
No. Best
Okay.
if only one of us falls prey to the
Yeah, you're exactly right.
dance.
I mean, if we only have to kill one of us, that's good. Didn't have to kill more than one of us.
Wait. Hang on.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I won't. Yeah, you're fine. We probably won't have. We're probably 90% sure won't have to kill you.
All right. So you're approaching Mr. Smiley.
Yes, Mr. Smiley is running up to the. He'll jog.
Nothing
As he
in your
leaves,
ears?
I'll be like, "We're so gonna have to kill him."
Nothing in his ears.
All right. So you hear the music. It's pretty loud by the time you get to the gate. You don't feel any odd effects by being immersed in the music. Like, you don't feel. I mean, it's nice. It's got a nice beat. You could dance to it,
Huh.
but
Huh.
you're not compelled to. Using echolocation, you can tell that it's coming from the northern mausoleum, the one that was sealed up.
Ah. Mr. Smiley will point towards the mausoleum and then keep doing his wiggly hand thing that pirates do.
That wasn't one of the hand signals we went over in the meeting before we went in.
You're too far away and the
I
music's
think
loud.
I think he's under the control of him. We'll have to kill him.
Not Mr. Smiley.
Is he still smiling? Can we see from here?
He has never smiled since you've known him.
He's not smiling right now because of that fat beat he's listening to?
No.
No. I think he's fine. He's not smiling. We're good. Okay, what are we gonna do, guys? We're just chilling outside this cemetery.
Well,
Waiting for him to investigate. Take
Mr.
a
Smiley,
chill pill, sir.
go in further. Stealthing.
Alright, your stealth roll of stealth.
I'm made of stealth.
I hope so.
I should have given him
Okay,
inspiration.
nice. Yeah, plop your token down near the south gate there. And then move your movement speed to where you want to go.
Hang on. I popped my character sheet out so it's freaking. Okay.
Southgate.
Look, I just put it down. Hang on.
Southgate, damn it!
God.
Why you
What
gotta
can I
be
s-
cheating?
What can I see when I pop in?
You don't see anything out of the ordinary just yet. You see the same cemetery you saw in the daylight, only it's nighttime. Music is pretty loud.
Excuse me. What's the closest thing I can get to that's going to be interesting? That way. Alright. Can I still dash if I'm hidden? Or am I stuck moving at like half speed?
It's a
forget how
bonus
that
action
works.
to hide,
Uh-huh.
which you're not. You're moving stealthily, so you're not hiding. So yes, you can use your bonus action.
Well,
So you
shit,
can-
can I use my action too?
Yeah.
Or is that 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30?
Oh, wait,
Five.
okay, wait, go back.
Oh, okay.
Right there. There we go.
Oh, okay.
So, when you get there, you hear a woman's voice calling out all across the cemetery. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have a wonderful lineup tonight, and it looks like we have drawn a crowd of one half-elf. Please give it up for our wonderful audience. And you hear applause. You hear applause coming from
do
nowhere.
we hear any of that?
You guys hear like the woman's voice, but you can't make out what it's saying. You just hear the tones of somebody speaking.
Okay, so I think we should go.
Yes, he seems to be alright.
Mr. Smiley's still giving the thumbs up, but he's kind of nervous.
Okay.
What is this?
I don't have dark vision, so I can't see him.
The crowd is bigger than one half-elf. We have quite a filling tonight. Please, come on in as you approach. Are you guys coming up into the cemetery?
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought we couldn't hear.
Yeah, I don't know if I can necessarily hear anything, but if people are moving, I'm not stupid.
Anybody who didn't have rags in their ears heard that last bit.
I'm gonna pull out my mace and then be like, kind of gesture to those guys. Like, I guess we gotta go.
Alright, if you're filtering in, place your tokens towards the south gate. Let me draw a magenta box for you. Let's go with that. Ah, we have a very special guest tonight. Welcome, Rupert Puddlefoot.
Oh, you know me, do you?
I do, and I know that you might appreciate the effort I have put into this. You don't recognize the voice at all. It's a female's voice.
It's a very good song. You know me, but I do not have the pleasure. Who might you be?
I am Maria. We'll go with that. MC Maria, in fact. I'd be very obliged if you would, and your friends, engage us with a little dance.
Why? What is your? Why are you here? This is so very odd.
I prefer to show and not tell.
Did y'all drag me up there? I was getting a drink.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
everybody's sort of up there.
And I
Sort of
gestured to you to follow us.
place yourselves within the magenta square if you would like to be inside, or just outside the south gate if you would like.
Yeah, I can't hear. I'm just barely hearing anything. I'm inside, whatever.
All right. So what'd you ask, Rupert? I'm sorry.
Why are you making the dead dance?
Well, it seems to be all they're good for. I try to get them to do other things, but I can't seem to tap into those decomposed brains of theirs. I can only seem to get at the muscles. But I've got them working a very good routine. Watch this. Alright, roll initiative.
As we were walking up, I was just gonna go ahead and like grab my bear claw.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Yep.
Oh, come on, don't be a shit initiative. Okay. Not terrible, not the best, but not terrible.
You have disadvantage though. Do you normally have
Not
disadvantage?
an. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
shit.
you-
What was?
You have a
I'm sorry.
disadvantage on initiative because of the wrappings on your ears.
Okay, I have 15
Yep.
with disadvantage. That's not bad. It would have been a 16 with advantage. So
Alright.
I mean, Korgoth seeing some zombies would have probably just fucking taken off and attacked, but I wasn't here to say that.
So after she says, let me show you what they can do, the earth begins to move around certain places in the cemetery. Seems to uplift itself, move itself. You see corpses rise up from the ground. Let's see.
Boogie? Is that say boogieing?
It does indeed say boogie. It does indeed.
Boogie woogie woogie like a choo-choo train. Should've. Too bad I didn't go Path of the Berserker.
Alright, we got some boogieing zombies. Got 3 of them. Oof.
He rolled a nat 20.
He did.
They have a -1.
They do.
One doesn't ever get to go. He rolled a 0. He's just doing Thriller the whole night. Thriller! Thriller!
Alright, and we got some no rhythm zombies also on the field. We got 3 of those guys.
Damn! Bye, Mr. Smiley.
Luckily, the no rhythm zombies are all going, well, mostly going last.
Yeah, but see, he's right in the middle of them boogieing zombies.
He is. Welcome back. Okay. Um. So, as these zombies rise up from the ground, you see 3 in the center, and they are dancing their proverbial asses off. They're jigging along with the music. You see 3 other zombies scattered across the graveyard. They're not dancing. They're kind of just looking at the party aggressively. Boogieing Zombie 2 is going to jam. What's he got? He's got 20 feet. He's going to jam his way towards the party. And he's going to use the dash action and sort of jam up in Corgath's face here. So he's right in front of your face, Glasses, and he's just dancing.
Grinding.
What?
Yeah.
No. Damn. No. What the hell's he? The fuck?
Zombie
I'm
3
gonna kill
here does a rhythmic jam up to Mr. Smiley here.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh boy.
And as he is jamming, out of nowhere, he opens up his mouth and attempts to bite you.
Oh shit.
Necrotic? Oh my god.
I'd like to use cutting words on that.
Sure.
Thank
I
you.
believe I'm close enough, and I will sing at him. And I will sing to him, look down, don't look me in the eye. Look down, or I will make you cry.
I love how that went along with the backing. I don't know if you did that intentionally. Let's see, you roll a die to lower his chance to hit.
Yes.
Do that.
What do
I
I
roll-
need, Tom?
3 or higher?
2.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Alright.
good. Thank you.
You notice, as you sing to this zombie, not only do you stop his attack from going off, all of his attention is now on you.
Oh, shit.
And his jam switches tempo from the music coming from the mausoleum. And you see that the jam is going along with the tempo that you made. And that brings us to the no rhythm zombie here. The upper right. He's going to go up here. This guy is not dancing. He is just moving completely independently.
Oh my god.
What's he gonna do? What does he
Apparently fly.
Jesus.
No, I'm just no. His jaw kind of moves. You can't hear anything coming out of it. He reaches to his chest and he pulls out a rib bone and he tosses it at Haneke.
Nope. Complain.
Damn. What the hell
It's
am I
a little racist throwing bones to the dog.
Throw me a bone. That's great.
Can I attempt to catch it?
Yes, you catch it. That the hit was low enough that you catch it in your mouth.
Got it. I
Ew.
put it in my bag.
Drop it.
I listened and dropped it.
She can't hear you. She's got rags in her ears.
No, I took them out once everyone started rolling here with the stupidity.
I've still got the rags in my ears.
Kind of warrior fights with stuff in their ears. It's weird.
Alright, Haneke, it's your turn now.
I'm gonna give this little dude right here a boop. So.
Okay. Is that gonna hit a boogieing? It is not. It's gonna miss a boogieing zombie by a little bit. As he dances around your punch, he does a fluid kind of slide.
That isn't raging, so I'm gonna try to catch him with the backhand.
That one hits! As you punch
And,
this.
I'm gonna go ahead and. No, I'm good. That'll be it.
Okay. So you punch the heck out of this boogieing zombie here.
Can I make a actually, can I make a bonus action? Because I don't know if catching a bone caught is like a reaction.
It doesn't count as a reaction, no.
Alright, then I'll go ahead and shield.
Okay. let's see. Boogie and Zombie
Eat that.
is gonna try and dance around your shove. He does
Uh,
not.
I'm just gonna do the Cosgrove, cut that out, and backhand him onto the dirt.
So you prone him?
Yes, please.
Okay. He is prone. Oh, come on, roll 20. Let me put that status on him. Alright, that works. There we go. That means prone. So he took some 7 damage. Okay. He's looking... Well, he already looked wounded. He's dead.
He's dead.
But you crushed, some of the bones. And we're on Rupert.
I just realized I have a bludgeoning weapon only.
I'd like to viciously mock him.
Do it.
I will look at him dead in the eye, and is he on the ground?
Yes, he's on the ground.
I'll look at him while he's on the ground, and I will say, hold my nose and say, "You smell like death, sir."
He seems into it. He's gonna have disadvantage on the save against it.
It's a wisdom, by the way.
Yep, he has disadvantage here. Yeah, no. That's a no.
He takes 3 points of psychic damage, and he has disadvantage on some stuff. Yeah, on his next attack roll, he has disadvantage.
Poor boogieing zombie too. Regardless, you see him boogieing along with your mockery. Seems into it.
He liked your mockery.
Korgath.
He's still alive.
He's still alive. He's not doing great.
I'm deaf because of the rags in my ears, but I know a fight when I see one. So I'm going to close my eyes with my hand on my bear claw, and I'm gonna open them up. I'll pull out my sword and be like, "Now this is something I can do." And the dude's prone, right?
He is.
So I have advantage on my attack against him
You do.
without having to wreck him. I'm gonna swing down at him at my great sword.
Yeah, that's gonna do the trick. As you basically sever him in half. And he stops boogieing. The dance has been ceased from boogieing Zombie 2. He
And
shall
I
dance no
think
more.
I can move right there. I'm gonna move up to help my pirate friend, but I can only get to like right there. I'm gonna move on into the room. I think 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. To right there.
Alright.
Because this is the song of my people, cutting people in half.
Schmiley.
You said this boogieing zombie was looking at
All the two remaining boogieing zombies are really fixated on Rupert for some reason, and they seem a little bit confused as to which song they should follow.
You think I can run away without an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, he seems pretty transfixed.
Alright, Smiley's gonna dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then bonus action dash 5, 10.
Oh, you go in
15.
there.
Let's see what's inside.
Alright.
Your doom.
I'm fucked up. I fucked up.
You pulled a dabble dob.
So you see
Oh no.
you
Yeah,
see
you don't
a couple skeletons. You see
Uh-huh.
them dancing their bony heads off. And they're just dancing around. You hear a voice, and it's the woman's voice. She's like, "Oh ho ho, Mr. Half Elf. Eager, are we? Would you like to dance with my skeletons instead?"
No? Do I need to put my token down, or can I just...
You can leave.
Mm,
You can pull a nope.
I still had some movement left. I
You
had
do.
like, I had a dash action as well. 5, 10, 15, 20. Can almost get to the chest. It's tempting.
Up to you.
I'll leave. I'll leave. It's not worth it.
Okay.
Yeah, remember last time you entered our chest by yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's running through his mind right now.
I'll pull back out and run this way. There's skeletons in there. Oh, actually, can I just take another dash action? I'll just go end up somewhere over here. Should
Yep.
be safe.
He's
Okay.
coming to hang out by the big green guy.
Yeah, so I can actually sneak attack.
I'm not within 5 feet of that guy. Maybe you should have got closer so he had to move towards you some, like behind me.
I'm not attacking him. I'm stopping there.
I know, but I'm just saying if you're behind me, he might have to take an attack. I might get an attack of opportunity for to get to you.
All right, Archimedes.
I want to go and cast a Sacred Flame. Let's see if I fix this right. At the one right next to, I don't know if Smiley's still there, but it's next to his token.
That is where Smiley is.
Yes.
Oh, so you ran in and ran right back where you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, nope. So.
Okay,
dex
yeah, I want to
save.
cast at that boogling zombie or whatever.
There's treasure in there. And
Very good at
skeletons.
Oh, dang. And that's with disadvantage, too. That's unfortunate. He is boogieing half between the music coming from the mausoleum and half between Rupert's mockery. And he still manages to boogie out of the way of the flame that comes from the sky.
Motherfucker. Alright, that's my turn.
So criminal.
Alright, actually, I'm gonna move up a little bit. That's my turn.
Okay. And it is boogieing zombie number 1's turn. He is going to attempt to get as close as he can to Rupert, which is right there. As he jigs 40 feet forward, using his entire turn to move. That brings us to No Rhythm Zombie number 1. Who's gonna move? Right there. We're gonna throw a bone at the pirate. That's what we're gonna do. As he pulls off, well, I guess it's a fibula. And tosses it at Mr. Smiley here.
Nope. Whew. It's a good thing I put that charm on.
So it doesn't hit.
Holy shit.
Wait, your AC is 18, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
Oh god.
As you just barely dodge a tibula that is flying at you at really high speed.
That was my.
Crater appears in the ground next to him.
Which one threw that? Zombie 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy.
And let's see, it is No Rhythm Zombie 3's turn. He's gonna shuffle non-rhythmically his way towards the bird there. And he is going to try and bite the bird.
Oh. Excuse me.
Ouch. As the bite sinks through your armor.
Yeah.
13 damage to Archimedes. And
Ow.
that is the end of the round. You hear the woman's voice call out again at the end of the round, and she sounds disappointed. She says, Rupert, you're not going to try and best me again. Oops.
Again?
That might have been saying a bit too much. Ha! Do what you will.
Told you. Play
Back-
that fucking fiddle, white boy.
Back at the top of the round, we're back at No Rhythm Zombie 2. He's gonna shuffle his way to big guy, because he figures there's a lot of brains there to eat, right?
Yeah. Biggest guy's got to have the biggest brains.
Obviously. I'm gonna do a bite.
Nope, that misses. Oh my god.
so
22
that-
damage?
No, not 22. Because you
Yes,
have
yeah.
you have the piercing.
Okay, so 5.
5 plus 11, so
16.
16 damage.
Holy shit. Almost half my health, guys.
These zombies don't play.
No, they don't. These are the new archers.
Apparently they really
my
like rolling
God.
max damage, is what they like to do.
They should have disadvantage.
Oh. And a couple
Jesus.
of boogieing zombie turns. It's boogieing zombie 2. He's gonna try and make his way to Rupert.
Yeah, I'm fucking taking a swing at him because I'm pissed. I just got hit.
Yeah, so he walks by Smiley and Korgath on his way to Rupert.
Can I hit at him at reckless?
No, you can't use Reckless on your reaction.
Wait, do I get an attack of opportunity?
You do.
Oh, it's the sneak attack?
Yeah.
I hit him. I'm sure. Maybe. Hope.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Fingers crossed.
Does 22 hit?
Yes, both of those hit.
Sneak attack.
You royally carve off pieces of this zombie as it moves its way to Rupert. There's not much of him left. He still seems to be animate, though, as he spends the
Just
rest
like
of his
his-
turn.
Torso, lower torso down. Just
Yeah.
like his legs are walking that way.
Yep.
Could I have tried to remove his head from his shoulders?
No.
Okay.
No called shots or anything like that. Haneke.
This is looking pretty bad. Trying to figure out where I could be the most useful.
Zombie 3.
I don't want to
As-
leave Rupert alone.
Zombie 3 has my
Aw.
spirits. Zombie 3 has my spirits attacking him. So unless he attacks me, he has disadvantage. Boogie and Zombie 3.
Right up here. Next to the favorite verb.
Best
Burb.
And is... Hold on a second. Is anyone necessarily really fucked up right now?
Not
I may have a few feathers missing.
not 100% like royally, but I mean, this is probably as hard as you've seen Korgoth since you've seen him, since we've met. But
Yeah,
he's
I'm gonna-
probably also the most pissed off you've seen Korgoth since we first met too.
I'm gonna go ahead and... Since that was half my movement, I'm gonna spend the rest of my movement to activate my masterful block.
Okay.
And I guess I will use a bonus action to give 5 temporary hit points to Archie,
Okay.
and then I will boop zombie number 3. Or sorry, no, rhythm zombie number 3.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. So your punch seriously finds its mark on the zombie's face as you cave in its eye socket and deal very appreciable damage to it.
Beep, boop. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. And then that brings us to Rupert.
Okay, I would like to use my turn to perform a fiddle solo.
Okay. Roll perform.
Only I can give myself inspiration. That will come.
Okay. So, you bring out your fiddle. You start playing it against the music that's coming. You see these 2 dancing zombies in front of you. Their jig completely changes from the music coming from the mausoleum, and it changes to match your tune. You see them turn
Oh, let's
to
go.
face the no rhythm zombies. And look at them aggressively.
Ah,
Do you make friends?
this is
Apparently
so
I
cool.
did.
Maybe
So that was your
he is a
action. Are you gonna move
necromancer.
around? He's a necro dancer.
I'm going
Ah.
to pivot
Colossus takes his sword and stabs himself
Here.
in the chest.
Colossus from the grave.
and
Not me!
that'll be my turn.
Hold on. I need to make sure I gave myself my +1 to hit.
Okay, Korgath, you didn't hear any fiddle.
Yeah.
You do kind of glance behind you, and you see that the dancing zombies are now seem to be menacing the no rhythm zombies instead of you guys.
Okay, hang on. Make it. Yeah, okay, +1. The motherfucker that just bit me. Fucking swinging at him with advantage because I'm fucking pissed right now that he bit me and hurt. Fuck that motherfucker.
Hey, bit me.
Oh.
Charlie bit your finger.
Lieutenant Dan, he bit me.
You know,
Bit me
this
right
fight,
in the-
we need to check his gravestone to see if his name was Charlie.
Bit me right in the buttocks.
Ouch. So you bring your great sword around, and you cleave off the no rhythm zombie's arm, like completely. It's just off.
Real minimum damage on that. Suck.
Yeah. This doesn't seem
Well,
to phase him much, but his arm's off.
Okay.
Smiley.
That one's still up.
Yeah.
He's not looking,
This-
amazing. He's missing an
Be
arm.
like, Smiley, hit him! I'm just gonna yell it out because I've got shit in my ears.
Shoot. I can't hex because I've got my weapon drawn.
Why can't you hex with your weapon drawn? Is that like a
you have
thing?
to have a free hand, and I
Your
don't.
sword's a two-hander?
No, but I have a shield.
Oh my god.
Smiley'll stab at him. Yar.
Yar. Yeah,
With sneak attack.
Yep.
Yeah, you have sneak
Ooh.
attack. Okay. So your rapier pierces right through his noggin. You hear a groan from him, and he kind of just slumps over and stops moving around. Back
And then
to
I'm gonna
being-
move over here, away from the terrifying barrage of bones that.
Is it a bone storm?
Oh.
Boom! Stone!
Alright, Archimedes. You've just witnessed the dancing zombies sort of turn on the other non-dancing zombies.
Oh, that's good. I might cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
Why is it not going out? I may not have coded this Cure Wounds correctly on my thing.
Just roll your D's. I don't see the tracker tonight, too. Is it not on?
I should have put it on, but I did not. and I'm
Okay,
going
that's fine.
to-
I was just making sure it wasn't something on my end. I don't care if it's on or not.
I'm going to
I
next
get back
encounter.
6 hit points.
Next encounter?
Unless you guys all die here. Not likely.
Okay.
Challenge
Hello!
accepted.
Hello, fellow adventurers! I am the Bud Knight. Just remember that, DJ. Just remember that. A Cavalier Paladin.
Okay, so 6
I
hit points
healed
back.
myself. Yeah, for 6, and then I'm gonna just kind of hunker down behind Haneke's shield.
Alright. So this boogieing zombie here, this dancing guy, he's gonna shift his way up and turn towards the no rhythm zombie, and he's gonna try and bite the no rhythm zombie.
What a champ.
Oh, he'll roll shit now that he's attacking his homie. Yeah, see?
He hits.
He definitely hit.
Yeah, but he didn't do it. Look at that damage.
Let's see. So immune to necrotic damage, but you do see that the bite does take out a considerable amount of his remaining flesh. Like you see some appreciable damage going on after that bite. And it's this dancing zombie's turn.
What's happening?
Things are getting kind of crowded up there. What's happening, Mr. Smiley, is the zombie is going to dance its way up next to you. And it's going to attempt to bite at the zombie that isn't dancing.
Hi.
You see his movements sync up with Rupert's movements. It attempts to bite the no rhythm zombie, but manages to miss. It was too busy doing its little jig. Bringing us to no rhythm number 1, which is gonna shuffle its way up to Korgath and try and bite him.
Bye, Crow World. He has advantage.
You'll be fine.
The first one hits.
That was the roll.
Ooh.
15.
Thought it rolled when it did the first hit. Did it not roll underneath it?
No, those 2 bites for the dancing zombies on their friends.
Oh, well the 15. Damn it, that's.
So that
Did
hits.
50 damage? Oh my god, guys, I am not doing good.
So it does it does 12 damage to you.
I am really bloody right now.
Spicy.
Super bloody.
Man, how does it feel to be low on health, Korgath?
Feels like I wish I would have went Totem Barb. Fuck the storyline.
And that brings us to...
Feels like I might get to use one of my half-orc traits tonight.
I think we're back up to Haneke.
Man, just totally surrounded.
The non-dancing zombie in front of you is looking really rough.
Yeah, and the boogieing zombies are our buddies right now, right? For the moment.
You saw them attacking the no-rhythm zombies.
I can't really do anything else. So... I'm gonna go ahead and as Smiley got, well, I'll go ahead and use another superiority die to give Korgoth 4 temporary hit points.
Okay. You have 4 temp HP, Colossus.
Oh wow. Thanks.
And then I'll go ahead and attempt to finish off what's his nuts in front of
Oh
me.
yeah. So your punch actually detaches his head.
Yo!
And it flies back like 10 feet. Lands next to Korgath.
Falco pouch!
And the rest of the body kind of slumps to the ground.
I give it a good kick. And shuts it down. And that would be, I guess with that, I stay at half movement. Like such. And that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. Rupert.
I'll just keep strumming away or fiddling away.
Alright, you don't have to re-roll your perform check.
Awesome.
Korgath.
You see Korgoth, like, put his hand in one of the wounds and, like, just rub the blood across his face and, like, fucking eyes are red at this point. He's just super pissed. He just fucking... YOLO, great sword, advantage. Yeah, reckless on that zombie.
Yep. Let's see, that is... Let me look at the nameplate. That's number 1. He hasn't taken any damage yet. So, you do a lot of damage to him. You do very considerable amount of damage to him. You lop off like half his head. Half of it. He's still moving around though.
And it would be an action for me to use Intimidate on my turn?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm done. I'm not fucking moving.
Okay, Smiley.
I will dash twice. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, oops. 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. If I stop at the front of the door, are they gonna attack me?
Guess you can find out.
I guess I'll find out. Mr. Smiley's gonna stop here
All right, Archimedes.
and brace himself.
I want to cast because there's still the one right next to Korgath, right?
Yeah, there's
aggressive.
one non-dancing zombie chilling next to Korgath, not looking great.
I cast Secret Flame on him.
Zombie with no
Wow.
rhythm making dexterity saves. Let's see what happens.
Look at that 3 damage.
It's radiant damage.
It does come down. It's radiant damage. So, when the flames dissipate, you see mostly just ash left, as you have completely immolated that non-dancing zombie. There's nothing left. The dancing zombies, upon seeing the last non-dancing zombie get immolated, one of them turns toward you, Archimedes, and the other turns to Rupert, and they start to clap. And they clap for a few seconds, and then they just dive back into the ground.
Okay. That was odd.
The voice rings out. Ah, it seems they liked your tune. Well, it'll take me a second to set up the other act here. You can take a look around if you like.
I don't like the way of that. I want to ask Smiley what he saw in the other one.
Skeletons and a treasure!
We should probably go take care of those. Huh?
I'll just start trucking my way over there if we're not in combat.
Yeah, you're not
Nope,
in turn order.
Those are. Oh, can I go then?
Yeah, I'm doing
Yeah.
it.
Oh, you just
Get
run
in
it.
here.
Oh god.
don't
Oh god.
bring it up. No, don't bring it up.
I'm just gonna
Go.
yell out.
All right. Who's going where?
"Ah!
I'm gonna go with Smiley.
Who
Don't
wants
split
piece
the
of-
party.
Who wants some? I'm just yelling out. Who wants some? That's all you got.
We know they're undead over here.
Ah!
Can I pick up a rock and toss it at
Yeah, you can toss it at Korgath, yeah.
Sweet.
A
Swear one of
rock
these
kind
days I'm
of
just gonna leave you motherfuckers, and y'all are just on your own.
a rock kind of bonks off your shoulder.
Fucking zombies walk, whatever. Fuck them. Had I ever fought any kind of necromancer or anything where I come from?
No, not in the pits. This is new.
If Rupert walks by me, I'm gonna grab him and be like, "What the fuck's going on?
I don't know. Let me go.
I can't hear a word you're saying. What's going on?" I'm gonna shake him a little bit.
I don't know. Let me go.
Whatever, I just throw him down.
Oh no, is your rage wearing off?
I've got 2 more. I'm good. Don't hit me, please. Can I take a short rest while this is going on? Whew.
5 minutes short rest? Sure, if you would like.
This time.
I would definitely like.
Okay. The pace of the music slows. You hear a nice little ballad start to play. Nice little ballad.
I would lose my temporary hit points, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I'm back, bitches. Can I hear this through my rags in my ears?
The ballad? No.
Okay. What are we still? Did we win? Is it over? Can we go home?
What's in this tomb?
Alright, you peek in, Mr. Smiley. You see the casket as before. It looks like it did during the daytime.
Ah,
Except the symbol of Shukism is glowing.
what does that mean? Oh,
I went in there with him, right?
Yeah, we've got Archimedes and Smiley in here.
you want to go touch that? I don't know what it's doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
go
Archimedes,
up.
are you going up there and touching that symbol? Place your tokens down, Mr. Smiley, and Archimedes.
Where is my token? It's goofing out.
On your
Alright.
hitch.
It was free. It wouldn't let me click on it.
And you don't see anything, Archimedes, so you can be up there touching it if you would like.
Oh, I'll go up.
Alright. As you touch it, you hear a loud clang to your left. You hear another strange sound after the clang. You see a faint glowing aura appear in the upper right.
Does that say
And,
times 4?
There's a strange symbol floating in front of it.
Oh.
And then you see
yeah.
4 dancing zombies appear to your left.
Oh boy.
Smiley. Sing or something. Do
Uh,
something. What did Rupert do?
And let's do initiative.
Help! Help! Help!
Oh, do alternates.
Everybody or just those two?
Just those 2. Those are the only 2 that are in here.
Good.
Help!
Good enough for me.
Oh dear.
Actually, I would not have taken a short rest during all that. I'm just gonna stay where I'm. If my hit points wear off, that's fine.
Well, that was lucky.
Did y'all both roll higher?
I rolled the same, but I had the higher dex.
Ooh.
I rolled a 20. I think I did a 13 before.
Yep.
Archimedes rolled a 0 in my book.
Yeah, it's 20. Okay, Archimedes, you first.
I would like to cast my Channel Divinity and you turn undead.
Okay.
I need them all to make wisdom saving throws.
Wise dancing zombies, not so much.
Ooh.
Ooh. None of
They
them.
all-
None of them made it.
Wow.
So they can't willingly move towards me.
Oh, okay. So it's going to only try and get away from you on its turn.
They're spooked.
See, it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me.
Okay.
So I don't know if that means like trying to run away or...
For its action, it can only use the dash action to try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge action. Wow.
Have them run out of the room. Try to
Okay.
corral them into the corner.
Bye, Felicia!
Okay.
You gotta get him. Oh, you gotta get him in the corner.
Okay.
Time.
Is that it, Archimedes?
That is my turn.
No, no.
Wait.
All
I
right.
think he's
Can I
right.
move?
Move like right there.
Over here.
Yeah, move like right in there.
Alright.
So they have to
Alright,
move
I'm over
up.
there.
Okay.
And then
I
I
mean-
just want to start yelling, like, guys, help, please.
Alright. So, you see Archimedes do something you've not seen her do before as she spreads her wings. You see twin dragons, one white and one black, surround her, and then kind of chart a course through all 4 of the zombies. The zombies immediately change up their jig, and it's more of a frightened dance now, although they still move with some rhythm. Zombie 1 is going to spend all of his movement to try and get as far away as he can and go up here. Boogieing Zombie 3 is under the same compulsion, and he can make it there. And we're on Mr. Smiley.
Oh, what's happening? I'm gonna. Okay, this is weird. I'll just stay here.
Okay. Yep. They all have to move as far away as they can. They're all turned. And so that is what happens. And as they all huddle in the corner and begin to dance, the aura kind of lights up for a second, makes a satisfying ding sound. All 4 of the zombies just start dancing in place and applauding. You see a treasure chest plop down from the ceiling.
Who's the man?
Oh,
You did it, I think.
After their little jig, they kind of just lay back down.
Best.
okay.
Smiley's lips like beeline. Oh, yes!
Ooh,
Yeah, you're out,
treasure.
you're out of
Miss
turn
Candy.
order.
I'll pop it open.
You're not gonna check it for traps?
You pry it open.
No, it's safe in here.
Oh,
You find 100 gold pieces.
Ooh.
You see 1/2 of a charm.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
Smiley will turn around and wave it at Archie. We did it. I don't know
I don't know what we did.
Everybody out on the main graveyard. You see. Let me move over here real quick.
that's just me and Rupert.
Yeah, that should just be you and Rupert at this point. You see the Shukiism symbol on the main door flash bright for several moments before dying down. And then you hear a very heavy clunk sound. Coming
Like a
from-
locking mechanism unlocking?
Yes.
Would I've known that?
You don't hear it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Whoa! Where's the fucking what the fuck?
I motion for him to take his socks out of his ears.
You are out of turn order, so if you would like to leave the mausoleum, Rupert or Archimedes and Smiley.
I don't know if I trust
Yeah.
him enough to take my socks out of my ears. I'm just gonna shake my head no.
Can I just kind of yell over at everyone? Like, so, thanks for the help, guys. By the way, in case you didn't hear,
I can't hear anything. Ah!
did the symbol inside that room, did it, like, stop glowing now?
Yes. So
Um,
the symbol made the same. It did the same thing inside as it did outside. It lit up, and then like died down, and you hear a clunk coming from outside.
I'm just like moving around, just like in this general area.
I think we need to go to the other one. It seems like there's something we need to do
Ah!
in this room.
Haneke, did
But
you?
there was a chest.
Did
I,
you?
I went into that.
Okay, so you already barged in. So this is gonna be while all that other stuff was happening. All right. As you get in, you see some skeletons dancing their heads off. You hear a banging at the casket as though somebody was trying to get out, but it's too heavy.
Oh, we should have left that one open.
Go
Some
ahead.
dancing bones, eh?
Yeah, go ahead and place your token.
I'm already on it.
Yep, and we will do the initiative thing.
Ooh! Ooh! So snazzy.
So did I just crit roll my initiative?
You did.
Looks like it.
Can I barge in surprise motherfucker style?
Yes, that is exactly what happens. They don't look very surprised. They look like they're still having the time of their lives.
Okay.
So let me roll initiatives
As
for them real
tempting
quick.
as it is to swap stances and go for gold. I really shouldn't. Oof. Surprise round. Is that what we're doing?
We're not doing a surprise round. This is just
Damn.
normal initiative, but it is your turn. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna be playing a specific song for this room.
Hey, Macarena.
There we go.
Oh,
That's a good volume for it. So let's give it. You're in here for. Let's see, all the stuff happened in the mausoleum in one turn, then they had to cross the graveyard, so you got 2 rounds in here alone.
Nice. For some reason, I cannot move my token. There we go. And I guess. Go ahead and give him the good old boop.
Okay. That is not gonna hit. It jigs out of the way of your boop.
Uh-oh.
Bad boop.
Uh-oh. If only your AC wasn't like a 37.
Is that it?
22.
No. I'm
No?
gonna go ahead and swap stances.
Oh boy.
Did you just swap to an aggressive stance?
Yes,
Oh no.
At the end of your turn?
I did. Don't worry about it.
It's the thing she can do.
Did she take a short rest?
We did.
Yeah.
He offered it up. I clicked that button. That's a nice short rest.
So the skeleton is going to dance its way over to you. You see it's holding a scimitar,
Oh, jeez.
as skeletons tend to do. It's got a very exotic dance going on, one that incorporates the weapon with the movement. And it moves so gracefully.
Yoked up.
Damn!
Yeah, that hits. All right, cool. We'll see what else you got.
Jesus.
And we're on Mr. Bones too. And
Got a
here's
plus
going
5.
to. Yeah,
Bye, Haneke.
that is pretty standard for CR3 enemies.
Oh. No, that doesn't hit.
Okay.
Get out of here.
We're not. We're just little through.
Haneke.
Ouchies.
Well, I mean, there's only one thing to do now.
And while she's doing this, I'm like, got Rupert. I'm like, what's going on?
That doesn't hit.
No, that does not.
Boy.
Oh.
Roll your save.
Bye, Felicia.
Oh,
Woo!
you made it. You made it.
All I gotta do is hit once
But it's his turn.
and not die.
We'll see about that. As you take another graceful, rhythmic scimitar attack.
No.
Oh my gosh, get out of here.
Yes. All right.
Woo.
Same thing.
Oh, that one hits.
Woohoo!
Alright, well,
Oh, you lose your AC of 22?
yeah, I go down to 19.
Oh
Wait,
no.
then
That
fuck you,
okay?
no.
Then it doesn't hit.
Yeah. Woohoo!
Dang.
Blessed
Okay.
be Salmon, you amazing one.
Alright, and that was the end of the second round in here. So anybody who is rushing in to follow Haneke, maybe, put your tokens down.
It's fine, I got it.
Can we do it since we're technically on the other side right now?
Not Archimedes and Smiley. We'll give you
I
one
don't know
more-
what's
we'll give you
going.
one more
Unless
round.
somebody like.
Not even if Smiley's sprinting. He
Okay,
knows
Smiley,
what
you can
the
make it,
treasure
because you're
Yes.
Smiley.
That's my knight in shining armor. And just
is. Nope, I'm here for the treasure.
Did somebody tell me like to go that way? Because I don't know what's going on. I can't hear shit. Unless I get a hand signal to go that way, I'm not going anywhere.
Alright, so you're still outside. Unless
Well, I
somebody
mean, I don't know
does
if
that.
Rupert gave me like the signal to go that way. Rupert?
I mean, they were yelling. I'd probably follow Smiley if he ran off over there.
Okay, I'll follow the little man then.
You figure that following your party is maybe a thing to do. As we do initiative again.
I'm Kenya. Ooh! Korgoth's coming in hot, bitches.
Nice.
I don't know if I should rage though. But I've only got 10 hit points left because I decided not to take a short rest.
Okay. All sorts of good stuff happening. And Smiley is at something. I'll just roll for him.
What? I'm here. Oh, was I supposed to roll?
Yeah, initiative.
I'm
Just for
sorry.
joining in.
Completely blanked out.
It's alright.
There we go.
Okay. Yay. Okay, so Korgath, it's actually your turn as you barge in here.
And I see what's going on.
Yeah, you see some dancing skeletons going on Haneke here. She's holding her own, kinda. She's got her big old sword out.
Well, I've seen her use that thing and be really good and not be so good at it. Let me check it. 5. We go like there, and then there, and get to the treasure. Oh man, I don't want. Hang on, let me look something real quick. I'm sorry. I think I have 3 rages.
At level 3? I think it's 3.
Yeah. Fuck it. I'm going to fucking rage again. Fuck. So you see me grab my bear claw and spooky ghost come back out. Fucking eyes turn red. I'm gonna move right up here and I'm swinging reckless on this motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
That's what I do.
That's definitely gonna hit. Ouch. As you carve off several of his bones from his dancing fool body. Anything else?
No, that's about it. That's all I can do.
Haneke?
We'll go ahead and second wind. Yeah.
Nice. That's a pretty good second wind.
That was like the max.
Yeah.
And then we'll take another swing. That hit?
That is not gonna hit.
Skeletons by. And
No. As
swing
you
and a miss.
you cannot recover control of the sword.
Oh no!
This is what I expected.
Rupert.
Okay, so this guy that Korgath hit, his spirits are going ham on him, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Then I'm gonna viciously mock number 2. I'm gonna yell out, "Hey, you! Bonehead!"
Nice. Mr. Let's see how wise these dancing bones are feeling today. It's probably not very. It's probably something like a negative one. Yeah, it is. It's a negative one. No. He does not make it.
He takes 3 points of psychic damage and has disadvantage on his next attack.
Whew. Going to put a symbol down so I don't forget that. Both of them. Good stuff. Smiley.
Yar.
You don't have your rapier.
Gonna run straight for the treasure.
Are you?
5,
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then dash is a bonus action, and then can I open
Are
it?
you going straight to the chest?
As you get up to the chest, a skull kind of rotates above it. You see bony hands clasp at it, keeping it closed. The skull looks up at you, and it's like, passphrase.
Skelly bones.
No.
And he casts Power Word Death on you.
Oh my
Yeah, you take 5,000 points of damage. No.
Oh
It
shit.
just says no.
Turn to ashes.
Is that my action, or can I zoom
say-
over and attack that skull?
We'll say that was your action to try and open it.
Fair
Might
enough.
talk to him.
Alright. I will. I used my bonus action to dash, so I'm done. That's it.
So, Mr. Dancing Bones here has a bunch of spirits going ham on him. And he's going to turn and try and swing gracefully, rhythmically, at the big monster that tried to hit him.
Is that at me or Hannah?
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, he has advantage. He did. My spirits don't give me disadvantage. Just when he hits somebody. Bye. I'm dead.
You're fine.
They don't even
That's
do,
17 hits.
yeah, but they don't even do necrotic damage, so you take 2 damage.
Okay, well I'm down to. I'm just single digits, guys.
Oh.
Man,
Oh.
this is
I
the
didn't
most...
take a short rest earlier. This is awesome. I love it.
Yeah, you're actually getting wounded in a game that is new. That's very new. Dancing Bones number 2 over there is going to go after Haneke again. It's going to have disadvantage on this attack. That's not going to do a damn thing. Korgath.
He hit me. I'm hitting him back.
But that's not going to hit.
I swung with. I was reckless too.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it.
And so those are some bad rolls, my friend.
It's all right. I'm just telling you so you know.
We're
Haneke.
basically JoJoing here, just punching each other in the faces. It's not working out. Well, can't do much other than give him a boop. Tiny boop. Does that hit us
Tiny
over?
boop. That does hit. And is that on number 2 or 1?
That would be on this guy.
Okay, number
But-
1.
I will go ahead and sweeping strike for an additional 1 damage.
Oh boy.
On the other one.
Okay, so that is minus 8 to him. Take care of that. And minus 1 to the other guy. The Dancing Bones one there, he's not looking too great. He's missing a lot of those bones that he was using to dance with.
Still standing? Oh my.
Rupert.
Okay, so number 2's not looking good.
Number 1 is the one that's looking worse.
Oh. I mean, I can't do much. I'm gonna, viciously mock, I think, number 2 again. And I'm going to yell at him, "Come at me if you have any guts! Oh wait, you don't!"
God.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so these guys, not very wise, but he's gonna try and do it. He's gonna try and do a wisdom save. Come on, roll 20.
What? Roll 20. Don't help him. You won't helping me.
I accidentally
don't
rolled
have
that at disadvantage. But they were both really shit, so he doesn't make it.
Alright, another 3 points of psychic damage.
Ouch. And he's got disadvantage. Again. Smiley.
Mr. Smiley will cast Hex on this spooky bone.
Okay.
Then he'll draw a sword, step up, and stab at him.
Do it.
Where? My character sheet. Okay. So this is. Oh no!
Oh no! No,
Do
that's
I have
not.
advantage? Nope.
No, there's nothing that's gonna give you advantage, I don't think.
Do I have inspiration? I think I spent it
Nope.
from last session. Oh well, okay.
Uh,
Shit.
And Dancing Bones 1 is gonna just do the anime thing. Keep going after Korgath.
Bring it.
He's got advantage because of the Reckless.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So 3 damage to you.
Down to. I was hit the one.
You're fine.
I'm not worried.
Bones 2 is gonna pivot to face the pirate
I hope I get to use
that
my
just tried to
half
do
orc
some shit
feet.
to him. He's gonna have disadvantage though. Nope. Absolutely not gonna hit a damn thing.
Thanks.
Korgath!
I think.
Yeah, fuck it.
Oh! Ooh. Yeah, that does the trick. You bring your great sword down, and you kind of shatter him into like a bunch of different bones on the ground, and those bones are not dancing. And I am so sorry, Lucy. You were supposed to come in like 2 rounds ago. Oh my god.
Oh, it's fine. I am a slow ass bird.
No, you can fly. You're out.
Yeah, you can fly here.
5 movement speed.
You can
Yeah,
fly
50
here.
feet. Fly.
I mean, I just stretched them from my channel divinity. It's a little sore.
But
Ah!
yes, put your token down and roll initiative. And I'm very sorry for forgetting that
Oh, no,
you were
it's fine.
supposed to come in. Yeah, but
And
you,
so, I have some movement. I'm moving up here by this motherfucker
wait.
now.
yeah, as he just starts dancing around in between all of you.
Ah! Ah! You see Korgoth bloody as fuck, but still like just fucking foaming at the mouth, swinging his sword.
You see Archimedes bust in,
There we go.
and get ready to do bird things. Doo-doo. So we'll go right there. Okay, Haneke.
We'll go for one last hurrah. Does that not hit? Nope.
No, that doesn't hit.
Oh,
Just barely. Just barely does not.
No.
Ah!
But you do retain control of the weapon.
One day I'll master the blade.
One day soon, actually. After, pretty much
Study the blade.
that's gonna get going after this little contract. Rupert.
Okay,
Oh, was
I
just
will
thinking about it.
step up here. And I will pull out one of my little juggling daggers and throw it at this bone creature.
Okay.
I'd like to get in on the killing. Actually, don't even know if I just need to roll.
That's
Not
not
going to hit.
that's not gonna do the trick.
Oh,
Uh,
what the hell?
You see a dagger just kind of fly in between all of the chaos and kind of clatter to the ground and not really do anything. Smiley.
Here we go. This time.
I believe.
Nope.
That's the same thing I rolled last time.
This game is
Oh
cheating.
wow. Come on.
At least you know I'm not cheating.
Bullshit
Where are you?
scones.
That is on. That's not on. What? That was at disadvantage. What was the first roll? 17.
Who is he swinging at?
17 plus 2 plus 3. So that is a 21 versus Smiley there.
Oh, he doesn't have disadvantage anymore?
I thought he got
No,
no,
be-
because Rupert did vicious mocking.
Yeah, and he threw a
No,
dagger
he
this
threw a
round.
dagger. Oh, shit. Okay, that hits.
Yep, so 9 damage.
Shit.
Archimedes.
Oh.
Oh, they're just looking rough.
Ah.
Oh boy, good thing I'm not one of those clerics. I'm gonna Sacred Flames. Skeleton.
Best. The best. Do it.
Looks like you guys made some bad decisions. Oh
I'm
well.
not scared.
As this
Oh no!
as this surprisingly dexterous dancing skeleton just jigs out of the way of it.
In my mind's eye, this skeleton is literally just doing like.
Oh, the skeleton's gonna kill our party. I can't wait to run you. But no!
Oh, that's my turn.
Good job.
Gorgath.
You know,
It's just like fucking Colossus.
Whatever.
Squirm.
I'll give you a whole
whatever.
scoodle.
I'm bringing it in.
Well, see,
Fuck
no,
this
see,
motherfucking zombie! Fuck this motherfucking zombie! I'm pissed!
the good thing is if you do fall like to 0 hit points, I can just stabilize you.
I'm a half
Yeah,
word.
that's
Why?
helpful.
Not fall to 0 hit points.
You knock off pretty much every bone in his body. He is still somehow standing despite missing like all of his ribs. He is just barely hanging on.
26 damage? 24 damage and he's still... Damn!
Yeah.
At this
Panicking.
point, Nag comes in. He's like, hey guys, I didn't get the Eldritch Blast any. Eldritch Blast! Yeah, Calypso agrees with me.
Yeah. You see the dancing skeleton in front of you is really not, really not in good shape.
Man, I rolled... Out of my 3d6s on my crit, I rolled 2 6s and a 1.
Odin, get. Fuck!
Nope.
Rook.
Can I.
Oh.
I'm
I
gonna
love this.
mute myself for just a second.
Oh, man,
Rupert.
guys, I'm doing the best I can here. I mean, shit.
So this guy's looking pretty rough.
He is looking on the verge of not dancing anymore.
I will move forward, taking my little short sword out, and I will hold it and thrust forward suggestively.
Concern.
Yes.
And I grunt as I do it.
Nope.
But it dodges out of the way. You don't know how it dodged when it's missing like all of its everything, but it did it.
This thing's got moves like Jagger.
It does. Smiley.
This time,
Yes, yes. All right.
Oh.
attack. Hex.
All right. All right. You did it. You knock out the rest of its vertebrae, and it kind of falls in half on the ground.
I love how we fight a fucking spider queen. Everyone's fine with one skeleton.
The nature of the dice. All right. So you're out of turn order.
Koss is just gonna sit down.
You see the Drangleth symbol glowing much like the Shukism symbol glowed.
Can we knock on the coffin?
Yeah, there's a guy in there. I would tell people there's a bunch of banging around in there.
You need to open?
You don't hear any voice come out.
You want to pop it open? I'll help him. Aid.
Okay. Aiding Colossus. If you're trying to open this, it's athletics with
Do I have
advantage.
because he's held that way.
You crack it open a little bit.
He had bardic inspiration, right?
No.
And scimitar comes out.
Ah.
Stabs straight upwards.
Yeah, that hits.
You take 3 damage.
Do I get to swing back?
I mean, it's just like a little crack.
Can I like punch in there?
Yeah,
Yeah, fuck it, I'm punching him.
do it. Yeah, you sort of punch the skeletal arm that came out, and it goes back into the coffin.
Motherfucker stabbed me!
Well, maybe if we stab him back, he'll stop.
I punched him!
It stopped attacking you.
You want me to open it up the rest of the way?
Can you?
I don't know, I've got 2 hit points left though, BTW.
I'll aid him again. This time. Don't die.
Okay, YOLO. Alright, I guess that goes back to that, and that is there.
Are you opening
I'm
it up
gonna,
the rest of the way?
I'm gonna
Yes.
try to,
Seriously?
I'm gonna try to push it, and as I push it, I wanna like use my force to push it, but back up away from it as I'm opening it.
Okay. You seriously did that.
Yeah, I did it. Fuck it.
Backed up on the way here, just
I
FYI.
like using my momentum as counterbalance to like back up like 10 feet away
Okay.
from the tomb as I open it.
Well, the dancing bones comes out.
Luckily, I'm still raging. I hope he doesn't hit me.
Wow. Why did you do this? It was.
Because I want to play the Bud Knight.
We have to figure out how to solve this glowing room.
The Celtics is in the big tomb, motherfucker.
Yeah.
We
That's
rolling initiatives.
We are. That's what we're doing here. We're actually okay. It's still on the board, right? So we can just use the same ones, so you don't have to reroll.
Smiley?
And yeah, Smiley, it's your turn.
I will bonus action move my hex to this guy, and then step up and stab him. I think I can do that. Shit! God damn it!
Nope.
Not this time.
And here he goes. He is going to. He seems particularly angry at Smiley for trying to stab him. And his bones kind of rattle. That doesn't hit you, obviously, but as he swings, his bones rattle. His jaw kind of rattles, and you hear a faint sound come out of it. Sounds like he says, "Why don't you put a lid on it?"
Oh.
Archimedes?
So punny. I'm gonna do. That's not what I want to do at all. I didn't know that I did that. Hold, please. I didn't think my turn was so quick.
It's alright, I didn't think that you would actually do this.
Really? Have you met us?
It's true.
That's true. Why did y'all open it?
I can't hear anything.
Why?
I'm just
Just
like,
why? I don't understand why you would do this.
There might have been treasure inside.
Can you like guiding bolt it? Give me advantage while I don't have to reckless attack?
Let me cast Bane on it.
What? Bane?
Bane.
Bane! Isn't that an Imagine Dragons song?
I'm just gonna cast it on him though.
Okay. Charisma save from our so charismatic and dexterous dancing skeletons here.
Oh god, where did I type this out? An attach roll?
An attack? Attach roll.
Does not make it.
Let's
Very
make an attack roll.
Yeah, I guess I have to go fix that. He has to take a minus d4
Nice.
on his attack.
When he attacked?
Yep.
Or saving throws if you guys want to do shit to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him really hard with my greatsword. That's what I'm gonna do to him.
Okay, Korgath, what are you doing?
Fucking swinging.
Jesus Christ, man.
That's 3 in a row, bitches.
Combined with your punch from earlier, he's not looking very good at all, is he?
No, that's
he's
30
not.
damage and Jesus.
No, he is looking on the verge of collapsing, just like the other ones did.
Oh. Damn. That's my turn. I'm just like,
Haneke, you are confronted with another dancing skeleton that is quite wounded. Nope.
Could you do that in engineer voice, please?
Nope. And you also lose control of the sword.
You could have just punched him. He's almost dead. Why didn't
Nope.
you just punch him?
Nope,
Point.
that's not what we
Are
do.
important. Jeez.
Dispenser here.
Need a dispenser here.
Rupert, you cannot believe that they've just done this. It's your turn.
The horror! The horror, you fools!
Oh.
I will viciously mock the skeleton thing.
Mm-hmm. They're not the wisest things. So let's see how he does.
You guys have run me out of insults.
It saved it
evening?
anyway. It doesn't matter.
Look at that, he made it.
It did.
And
Well,
I'm gonna
darn.
die. Smiley, I'm counting on you.
Oh yes.
Because
You
if you
couldn't have
don't,
aided me instead.
if you don't, I'm gonna die. Just saying. If you don't hit him, it's over for old core guys.
Smiley.
Take this.
Yep, alright. You drop him.
Woo!
All right, it's chess time.
The skull looks up at you again. Passphrase.
Shit.
Put a lid on it.
Put a lid on it.
Yes. The
Thank you.
bones move away from the chest, allowing you to open it.
Oh, thank goodness. I will open it.
It's a skeleton.
It's another stanza skeleton. No.
Damn it.
So you find a Titanite shard. You find an Alunium shard. You find the other half of that charm. Putting the charms together, much like the last set of charm fragments you found, they fuse together into a single charm. This one bears a sword and a bone, like a crossed bones behind a sword on it. Although as it is a higher tier charm, it requires identification before you know its effects.
Korgoth's just looking around the room for more fucking skeletons. Like, "Ah!
You don't see any more movement.
Ah! Is there anything in the tomb? Can I walk up and look inside the casket, the vault?
Nope, mostly just dust. You do see that the Drangleth symbol is glowing.
Glowing like we haven't finished this room somehow.
Glowing like you haven't touched it yet.
Oh.
I'm gonna touch it.
Once again, you see a big flash. You hear a strange sound. And you don't hear this Korgoth, but everybody else hears a very loud clunk outside, like an unlocking mechanism, and then a poof, as though doors have opened. And I think that should be where we quit, because we've already gone past when people told me they would like to stop.
Yes, we have.
Sorry.
That's not your fault. That's our fault.
It's all good.
Yep. But I believe we shall pick it up next time.
Maybe we'll take a short rest in here.
Nah, we're good.
Okay, let's go. I've got 2 hit points left. Let's do it.
Don't worry, I will use
Let's
to
do it.
activate things.
2 hit points left, and my half-orc trait.
Cool. Well, you guys beat up some undead. That is a thing that a lot of adventurers tend to do in Dungeons and Dragons.
Never been this low before.
Guys, when we get back to the town, we're gonna have a serious talk about etiquette in a graveyard
Huh? What are you saying?
Oh my
and
god,
not
Korgath.
opening graves.
Well, it was alive in there. We had to kill it again. Wait,
They gave us
unkill
the
it?
password?
Did we heal?
Huh? What's everybody talking about?
I mean, the skeleton gave you the password again.
Again?
The background music. If you had the background music on, those were the lyrics to the song.
I just want to say I dropped the bone.
Okay.
Oh, I missed it.
I was asked and I obeyed. So I
Good
didn't
dog.
Anything.
You get a
I
good
even
dog point.
buried that casket.
Korgoth's just gonna sit down and just breathing hard.
Yeah, so that is where we will stop. We will pick it up next time. Are people good again for next week?
I should be.
Yep.
I gotta
Next
see.
Wednesday, is a big maybe. I might have something that evening.
I'm good. I'm good Monday through Thursday any day.
Mr. Maybe.
If Tuesday would work better, if Thursday would work better, if Monday would work better, I'm fine any of those days.
Yep.
I'm fine Monday through Thursday anytime.
Same. So we can coordinate what the best day is.
Do we want to put a poll and just have people vote?
Sure. I will make a straw poll for that. Just going off the assumption that weekends are not ever going to work ever, so I'll just put the weekdays on.
I mean, I'm fine on Saturdays. I just don't know if other people are. I won't be here this Saturday though. I've got to go do some stuff.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
from what everybody ever has said, like weekends are no.
Probably not, no.
So
And
that
that's
is
fine.
perfectly fine.
I have
Absolutely
to do
fine.
adult stuff on weekends. It's weird.
Yeah,
Well,
but
and besides, weekends are when I usually try and make stuff, unless I'm
and play
procrastinating.
games. I had 3 crits in a row tonight, guys.
There you go. And the Ultra
I'm
Great Sword did not come
6
through.
times in a row.
Ultra
3.
Great Sword not coming through.
But
that-
I'm also down at. I am currently sitting at 2 HP
You're fine.
because they have advantage on me because I had advantage on them.
Well,
Without
stop
the
giving them advantage.
Where
That'll
was
teach you a
the-
lesson, won't it?
Where was the fairy fire?
Yeah, where was the fairy fire?
Yeah.
You take that up with your snake friend.
What? There was only like 2 things to hit.
And if there was fairy fire on one, there would have been one less thing to hit.
You don't know what's coming after the. You don't know what's coming after the
Exactly, I
dancing
wanted to
skeletons.
save my-
Hey, that's fine when your barbarian's